Hey, welcome to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. It's where a bunch of us nerdy engineers, analysts, goofball people, and performing D&D for you. So yeah, I can talk, read, good, well. Yes, awesome. Me, good. All right, so welcome to the show. If this is your first time watching the Games Tavern, thank you for coming in. We're on episode 3. And yeah, we're still alive so far. I know I have faith in all of you. In addition to that, you can hit that follow bar and we'd really appreciate it. That would be so awesome. So you can watch us live on YouTube. There might be a link drop down below there. You can check out and you can follow us on YouTube. It's free and it helps us out too and helps other people find the shows as well if you leave a nice review. Anna, tell us a little. Most important thing of all, and we're just going to go ahead and get this out of the way now. It's a certain player's birthday today.
Well, Sunday, technically Sunday.
Shush. Technically, we don't. Yes, this is the show. This is the birthday show.
Okay.
It's a birthday week.
Yeah, Alex's birthday is today. It's today. And we're going to sing her happy birthday right now. So 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you. And this is why you should not get the curse of singing on the donation options, because you will hear more of this from a player or DM. So
it will be a curse on you, just not a curse, not a curse on us.
Do it.
I will treasure this moment forever. Thank
so
you so
Anna
much.
Can't sing, by the way, just throwing that out there for anybody who wants to make sure Anna has to sing. Because turnabout's fair play. So knowing me, I'm going to be the one who's going to be banished with that horrible curse. So anyway, happy birthday, Alex. Thanks for being a part of this exciting journey with us. Anna, you want to tell us about Twitch Prime?
Remember everyone that if you have Amazon Prime, you will also get a free Prime gaming subscription from them. So go ahead and show your support to the Showcast and crew and hit that link to subscribe and chat. Prime gaming subscribers get access to sub-only emotes and a special subscriber-only channel on the TGT Discord.
All right. Rob, we're currently doing pretty good right now, but you want to tell them a little bit about what happens with subs and bits and stuff like that?
Sure. So you can support the cast, the crew even, and our productions with your bits and cheers, if you would like to do that. And every sub and bit that we receive goes towards our production. And I think actually right now
it's going toward the charity right now.
Yeah, the charity.
Yeah, we'd prefer you hit that donation link when it comes up, and somebody's going to talk about that in a few minutes. But if you do sub or you donate bits and you do it on accident or out of habit, we hope it becomes a habit. But if you do that, it will go to the charity during the charity stream event. So we want to make sure you don't feel bad if you make that error. All right. So Mike talked about our lead sponsor.
Humongous thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring the show. Go to the link in chat to check it out for yourself. Shard Tabletop is the place to play your 5th edition games. You can access rules, adventures, and other supplements. It also provides digital tools like a character builder and digital character sheet. Super useful. As well as all sorts of other tools for your gaming use. We think so highly of it that it is the official virtual tabletop of the Games Tavern. And to make it even better, you get 20% off on all subscriptions using the link in chat and promo code TGTShard20. Again, TGTShard20. Thank you so much, Shard Tabletop.
Yeah, so that link should be down there in chat. Really appreciate putting that out there. And Brandon, what's the giveaway tonight?
Tonight we are giving away a DNDBeyond Forgotten Realms bundle. The raffle for the package deal will begin shortly, and we'll continue to take entries through until the end of the stream when we pick a winner. Details on how to enter when we hit the break. You must be a follower to enter, and you must be present in chat when we pick a winner.
just in the off chance that we happen to hit our show goal of $500 tonight, we will go ahead and pop that giveaway and we will start a new one up right away. So you get us to 500 tonight, you get a second opportunity for goodies from DNDBeyond or one of our sponsors. So check it out when you get a chance. Alex, the birthday girl, can you tell us more about the charity tonight?
Absolutely. In case you have been living under a rock, we have been doing a charity event. If you have been living under a rock, congratulations. Welcome back to the world. Be careful of radiant damage. You can donate right now. In fact, donations are live. You can help us or any of the many streamers we have throughout the rest of this weekend. The Games Tavern team has partnered with No Kid Hungry to raise money, and you'll have options to support the cast of the show with charitable giving that also supports No Kid Hungry. With each $1 raised provides 10 nutritious meals to hungry kids. No Kid Hungry helps kids get a better chance with breakfast programs in schools because learning when you're hungry is really hard to do. So far, we have raised $5,140 for this wonderful charity.
Yes. All right. So we're already $140 in to our challenge goal, our next challenge goal. This is actually our fourth challenge goal that we've been thrown at, or that's been thrown at us since our original goal was 2,000. We're now at 6,000 and cooking for our next challenge goal. We don't see any reason why that we should stop now. So keep going. We're going to do some great things. So let's take a moment and recap where we last left off. What do you guys remember where you last left off? Because if I recall correctly, you started in a tavern on episode 2, not episode 1. You left the tavern. You did some shopping and looking around for various different items, particularly some fine clothes for the store. You picked up a couple odds and ends here and there. You discovered a dead body. Turgia decided, well, it's here. I'll loot some things off of it. Some people were panicky over that. Some people were not. You made your way away from it after seeing probably the murderers get away. And then you continued on for your day. You went to the theater at the behest of invitations you received. Did I miss something?
We went by the Temple of Gond.
You went by the Temple of Gond. That's correct. I knew I missed something. Where Rafe introduced himself to the High Temple leader, or the Gond Temple High Priest. And a few things found out. You met a few different people. You discovered some things about the place. You will probably be back. At that point, you also went where?
The theater.
The theater. Okay, so I do have it right in that order. Attending the theater,
montage.
a dark and mysterious figure, not so dark and mysterious after all. A pleasant host offered you seats in the box seat area where he had the invitation set up. Food and wine were served, and he made a proposition. He needs you to go get something off of a ship owned by a wizard. The only snag is it's during the Wizards Festival in Daggerford in just 2 days. So you have to make headlong headway right away. And it's not going to be easy. It's a wizard. But the only thing you have going for you is the item that you're stealing is absolutely an item that prevents location and divination magic from working on it. So once you've stolen it, it's probably going to be very difficult for the wizard to determine who stole it and where it is, if you're successful. If unsuccessful, all bets are off. In addition to that, you decided to accept a second job offering to examine a ruins, if you will, near Dragonspear Castle, or Old Dragonspear. And following that, I believe you also made a pit stop earlier in the day to see Cimmerine's
Best friend.
Gaelic?
Acquaintance, possibly a dark, shadowy employer named Rook, who said, hey, he needs you to make a pickup in Daggerford. Coincidence? What a nice coincidence. Of some very special cheese from the Daggerford hard cheeses. This cheese absolutely must get up there intact. He's got a lot of money riding on it. And he trusts only you to do it. And this is your first venture of a job for him outside of the city. Now, Rook owned Rook's Rusty Nail, a dive bar that sits on the border of the South Ward, but is actually in the Docks Ward. So exciting times ahead. After leaving the theater, the street and the lobby is very busy, and the first thing you notice is someone was watching you. And before you could really get eyes on them, they've kind of disappeared into the crowd. What are you doing now?
A fun show.
Dark silence. Wow.
Silence. Perfect. Good start. Good start.
Yep, that means you're all just staring off into the crowd. I don't know what to do next. Congratulations, Luciano. Elf has donated you an animal companion.
What?
Yes, and that reminds me, thank you to the various donations that came in that got us here just before the show started for uncommon magic items and apparently an animal companion for Cimmerine as well. Those will come in as they go. So expect to see those occur as the story progresses.
Oh, wow.
So, are we going to go turn in for the evening, or are we going to go to
was a great
the
show.
I thought it was really good.
I think it would be better if we just turned in. We've got to make an early start tomorrow, whatever we decide to do.
Does anyone know how far away Daggerford actually is?
2 days.
We can get there in time, but we have to leave right away.
Should we leave at first light or like?
No. No. They said
First-
take our time.
Yeah, first light
I
30.
wouldn't recommend that.
All right. Yeah, I definitely say we should head back. Get some sleep and rest up. Do we know where we're getting horses, right? Not walking.
Yes,
Over.
you are.
Reed, would I know anything about the roads in this area, or is this too far away from it?
You don't know anything about the roads in this area. This is your first time off the ship and really this far north as far as you know.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I ought to know something, right? Since I'm local.
Yeah, you know that the roads are paved. They're well kept for the most part. The city guard do patrols all along the north and south, east and west. Well, not the east, or not the west. That's where ships are. You know, it's all water. For the most part, they're safe. The further you get away from Waterdeep, the rougher they get. To the north, there is, I believe it's the Mirror of Dead Men. That area is very rough, and the guard, you know, they'll get you to that area, but they're not really there to guard caravans back and forth along that road. They actually, most of the time, take the long route, where you have to hire guards to get you through that area. To the south, once you get past Daggerford, the road is paved all the way to what's left of Dragonspear Castle, although it gets into steadier and steadier disrepair the further south you go. And past that, you're mostly on trails for the tradeway. And the areas in between that are typically, they're kind of the Wild West in some respects. They're hobgoblin territory. It's really not really controlled by any major interlopers. It's whoever's got the biggest weapons and the most powerful group there at the time is the people who are in charge. So,
Well, the roads to Daggerford are pretty safe as long as you stay on the trail. I don't anticipate any problems, but we do need to leave early tomorrow to make sure we get there in time.
Would
So
you
we need to try-
expect 12 hours on the road tomorrow then?
We'd better probably try.
Okay.
Does anyone have supplies for traveling that far?
You have pocket ham still, right? That should
Well,
last us a
well,
little bit.
hold on. I have pocket ham.
Oh, that wasn't a communal pocket ham. Oh, okay.
We can get more pocket ham in the morning.
True.
I have a suggested list that the priests give to us before we go on our walkabout. Would that be useful?
Sure. I mean, we're not traveling into uncharted territories, but I don't know if any of you actually have rations for traveling. I mean,
Oh.
we'll be spending a night out in the woods.
I do, but it's Mostly hardtack. It's probably not actually all that good anymore. It's been in my bag for a while now. Yeah, we should probably get actual starters.
As you continue to walk away from the theater on your way back to the Yawning Portal, the crowd starts to thin out quite considerably.
Turja will be keeping an eye out for that guy she spotted.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe we should acquire some maps and a cook pot, right? What do you think, Carlo?
I mean, it seems rather nice, but I don't know if we're spending a lot of time out on the road. Seems more like this is just going to be a one job kind of thing. We'll be
Well,
heading back after.
Dragon Spear is not close by.
Right, sure. If we stay out, but I feel like probably what we're trying to do is just get that medallion first. I mean, I don't.
It was either or. It wasn't necessarily both if we didn't want to.
But you both agree. You all agreed to do both.
Mhm. But that one isn't as time consuming because it's just exploring something that's already dead. So there's not really a limit
You
on it.
assume is already dead.
Pulled a rolled up piece of parchment out of one of my pouches, and I am now looking through it. Oh, and maybe we should acquire tarpaulin or a tent. And
Yes.
Does everybody have a good knife, camp knife?
I'm suddenly realizing how ill prepared I am for travel.
All of you feel a cold shiver run through you.
Oh dear.
Frost begins to form on parts of the ground. It's a warm spring night otherwise. And just as soon as you feel it, it's gone.
Someone just walked over my grave.
Let's get back to the Yawning Portal and then we can talk about this.
Actually, do you wear clothes like this a lot? Because they do not have as much insulation as my other clothes.
Then walk faster and you'll be warmer.
Seems like a silly
have-
thing. No, you're
25 movement speed. This is as fast as my little legs will take me.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
Hands
put
right up.
that piece of parchment away as the group begins to make speed, I guess.
Okay.
I pull
So
my
you-
cloak.
You quickly make your way to the Yawning Portal, where you have no problems at all getting into the place and seeing it's actually quite busy tonight. It is very busy in the Yawning Portal. Let me bring that up here real quick. The place is absolutely having a party night. The theater's let out in a couple different places. The adventurers have come in with their coin, and it's a great night. What are you doing first as you come into the place? You were talking about rations earlier.
True.
First thing I'm doing is changing out of these nice clothes before I get anything on them.
I'm going to try and find a store open that has some of the things that we need. Would anyone
There
like to
is
come
no
along?
store open at this hour in Waterdeep.
Sorry, yeah, I
It
forgot
has
to ask
any
what
of the
time it
things
is.
you need.
Yeah.
No
It is-
24/7 convenience store.
There's no
No
24/7
bodega.
adventurer store, and you guys don't have enough coin to convince Grey Castles or Auroras to open their doors late night for adventurers.
We can shop tomorrow. For now, what if we have another drink and enjoy the celebration?
I am all for a drink tonight.
You also discover that the Yawning Portal does have the ability to provide you rations. If you say, hey, I need them ready by the morning, they can definitely have them ready by the morning for you, bundled and ready to go.
Oh,
How many days, how many people?
I guess I would take care of that since I brought it up in the first place. I'd order, let's say 10 days for 5 people, just to be safe. And not just rations, but also stew starters. They should have some sort of powdered broth.
Okay. So powdered broth, not so much.
Well,
But they can get you
Broth.
dried rations and stuff ready to go. hardtack, cured bacon, the variety of things that you normally would enjoy having.
Delicious.
Right.
Fantastic.
Well,
My
I've secured some rations for us, and we may be able to secure some actual fixings before we leave tomorrow as well.
What time is it, Reed, exactly?
It's about 10:30.
We'll probably want to leave early. I think we should. I know everyone wants to have some fun, but I think it might be better if we turn in. I'm sort of glancing dubiously at Simmering, so I'm afraid she's going to spend more gold on liquor.
And indeed, she already has.
Cimarine! Let's
It's
go!
It's not even my drink.
As you
found
turn to
one.
look at
What?
Cimarine, like Cimarine's not even there. Her and Luciano are already like, I wonder if we could swing on that thing, and just already having some ideas. So.
If no one's dancing, Cimarine is dancing. Like I found a spot to be in the middle of the dance floor and doing like a bunch of sways. and
How
just
do I
enjoying.
keep Simmering from digging yourself deeper into debt without being labeled the mean person of the party?
Oh yeah, forgot about the debt.
But
Oh yeah, I'm immediately just drawn to wherever there's music playing. I'm just listening for whatever's going on, trying to peep in, find some new acts.
I can't hear.
There are some minstrels that are playing tunes in the distance. However, it's nothing that's catchy.
Oh.
They may be the act of the week. It's not bad. It's just not catchy. I mean, it's certainly not any of the songs that you've played on your kazoo. But, I mean, what are you feeling? You think you're going to step up and throw that kazoo down right now? And
Oh
join
yeah,
in?
it's not lively enough in here.
Oh, okay. Okay. So from there, most of you either party your night on and then eventually go to sleep, or you have your meal, your final meal, you get your orders in, and then you wake up the next morning. You go to sleep. Yes, go ahead.
Before I go to bed,
Yes.
I look at the broadsheet that I bought this morning, and I also look at the papers I took off the dead body.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah, corpse loot.
Yeah, I wanted to see because the article about the explosion. I wanted to see what the broadsheet said about that. The one that was attacking Rendrakewood.
It was pretty light on official details, but it did say that, a few streets over from where you were at in the docks ward, a large explosion occurred that killed 3 people and injured 4 others, as well as setting a shop and a wagon that was delivering goods on fire. The horse is unhurt, thankfully. The wagon actually shielded the horse. The wagon, unfortunately, is not so lucky. The residue that was detected by the Order of Magus and Protectors absolutely makes this a magical attack. They could tell this absolutely was not something that was like oil or a smoke powder explosion or anything else of the nature. It certainly was magical in origin, and it would certainly be a wizard of some power to bring a fireball that capable that has destroyed a storefront, killed people and injured people surrounding it, and had to be in the city because there's no way they launched that from an extreme distance. That being said, it's also mentioned that there's a lot of consternation because they can't determine where the person is that did it. So, they believe that the person has either, exited the area, gone to another plane, or is in a location or has magics that is shielding them from detection. So there's all sorts of things that are out there. The fact that there's even that much detail is just conjecture on the part of the broadsheet. There's also opinion pieces in there that, it's probably some merchant who's trying to get back at someone else and paid a wizard to do this, to do their dirty work for them, and a whole bunch of similar statements like that. Because broadsheets, while they are the news, are also full of opinions. They're full of statements that are sensationalized to get people to buy them. Right? That's just how they sell. let's see here. There's also the 4 dock workers that were murdered, possible gangsters and turf war. It discusses some of the seedier sides of Waterdeep, especially in the docks ward. There's apparently, the city watch are at odds and beside themselves because there is just a rash of criminal activity in the docks ward, and they're seeing it start to spill out as well. And it's apparently gang turf wars between a group known as the Xanathar's Guild and another group, but they haven't figured out who the other group is yet.
Okay. What about the papers from the dead guy?
There's letters to someone whose name you can't quite make out because they're smudged, that they never got mailed, and it was to a farm north, as far as you can figure out, of your area. I believe it's north of Amphale or north of Raslanter, you think, based on the description of the area, saying how he hasn't heard from him in almost a year. He's curious if the ritual worked or not.
Ooh.
And has concerns because he thinks he's being watched.
Well, it looks like he was being watched, poor bastard.
His little friend is concerned as well, he says.
Okay.
Let's see here. What else is from that news? Jewels from Lady Nandar's estate. I still happen to have the news listed here. Don't worry. Nandar's estate. Apparently, she was robbed. There's some sordid, gossip thrown back and forth of that, thinking that the Black Mask may have done it. The Black Mask is apparently some cat burglar / bandit that roams the city at night.
Okay.
It's interesting because the Black Mask has returned after 100 years of being away as part of the legend. More on the Daggerford Spring Festival, the Wizards showcase, and it talks about Wizards duels in the past where Wizards have fought each other to get each other, to either friendly duels or duels of ego and revenge where they've literally killed each other or killed one another. Has occurred, or maimed, or whatever the terms of the duel is. And then more on the security guard or the caravan guards, being drunk but saying he saw flying ships is there as well. There's also the typical want ads and stuff like that also. But the other papers, let me see here.
I
the
think
book
that's
that you found
Yeah.
it's got all sorts of stuff in it, but it's literally written in some language you can't read. And there's not only that, there's drawings that look very much like arcane calculations or something else.
Can I tell what language it's in?
Make a intelligence check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage 8.
No. I mean, it's written language of some sort, but it appears to be some kind of cipher you've never seen before.
Okay. Why disadvantage? Just out of curiosity.
Because you don't know anything about this.
Ah, fair. Okay.
The book is very nicely bound leather of some kind of animal you've never seen before. Maybe ostrich, maybe something else.
Okay.
You don't know. And yeah. Oh, there may or may not be some blood stains on it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That was important information.
Well, I mean, the guy was stabbed to death.
Well.
Yeah.
That's character.
That is character. So, going to sleep, you all sleep through the night with no issues. Not even nightmares. You wake up fresh and hungover, Luciano and Alex.
And simmering.
And Simmering. Luciano and Simmering. You wake up hungover. The rest of you wake up just fine. Now, you're hungover, but that's almost a common state for either of you. So this is not a new thing. You immediately start drinking water. Luckily, you made sure you didn't pick up the piss pot on accident, because it's happened apparently. and you guys are good to go. So you wake up, you come downstairs to a mostly quiet area. It is early in the morning. You guys have had a knock on the door set to a certain time, and they came and knocked on your doors. And you get up, fresh-faced. You step out your door after getting all your gear and your bags ready. Up front is your parcels of your rations to carry with you, each in several sacks, 5 sacks, one for each of you. They're small. And you each paid 1 gold for 5 rations, or 5 days worth of rations. Okay.
Oop.
But these are the Yawning Portal's nicest trail rations.
Comes with the toy.
Softest of
Whoa.
hardtack.
Yeah. I mean, you can use it as a weapon. The hardtack as a weapon in a pinch. I mean, you can load sling stone. You can load it in a sling and
At some point, I've changed back into my travel robes.
your travel robes. Okay.
The travel robes, yes.
Okay.
I
Uh,
definitely slept in my dress. Almost forgot to change out of it before I started traveling.
You're like the little girl who falls asleep in their princess dress.
Yes, 100%.
You're like, okay.
Well, good thing it's a magical
I
princess.
mean, do you
dress.
wake up like,
Not. Hair all messed up. Beer stains over the dress.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sorority princess is the vibe.
So stepping out and loading up your rations, you immediately step out one more time outside. You make your way north in the city, and at that point, you get to the Happy Axe Beak. The door is open. They are serving. Go ahead.
We were going to try and stop and grab a couple other things before we got there.
Okay. At this hour, nothing is really open.
Nothing is open yet still?
Yeah.
We're probably better off getting things on the way out of the city. We'll be going through the south ward to get out the south gate. So
Won't be dealing with
And the
interstate
trade war.
prices, you know.
Hmm.
Then we don't have to actually carry it. Go on the
Well,
horse.
I suppose if you think that the South Ward would have better deals.
the
sure.
south ward and the trade ward, they absolutely would.
Well then, shall we go inside?
Let's go.
Stepping inside, it's already very quiet in there. It is lit. There is a fire going that is there more for ambiance than it is for warmth of the area. The couple drift globes float, providing light. However, it is exactly like you think it is. It's a mostly not really filled tavern at this time. There is 1 or 2 people in there that are having breakfast, talking about the early parts of the day, who you do not recognize. And as you go in, it appears that a early morning employee working behind the bar steps out and says, whoa, it's a half orc, very big. You can tell he's not necessarily just the bartender. He's also kind of like ad hoc cook in the morning. So he's kind of covering all the bases because the crowd isn't real heavy. Oh, what can I get for you guys today?
Oh, some breakfast would be nice. What do you have this morning?
Well, we have, and he slides over a parchment menu that's been hit with a press of some sort. It looks like it's stamped stuff is on it. It's the usual basic fare. You know, they've got, you know, the country breakfast, the continental, the Meztican special. They've got the 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and some Meztican bean juice. You know, basic breakfast fare, some fruits, some soups as well. When he goes, just, you know, made to order real quick. What do you guys new in town?
Stopping by, just real fast.
We were sent here to pick up some horses.
Oh, you're the group. Oh, he said
Yes.
yes, I was told you might come in. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go out this door, go around the corner, and just make a left out the door after you go down the stairs. Go along the alleyway there around the back. There should be a building. If you just go straight, You dogleg around, you keep going straight. You'll see it right at the end. There's a large stable there. It's a different building, but it's where all the horses are kept for this tavern and stuff. Just let the stable hand know you're there to pick up the 5 horses for the trip. And he'll know who you are.
Much
You
appreciated.
still need breakfast?
Yes, please.
Yes. Yes.
I guess so.
Okay. Well, he said you guys would be leaving pretty quick. So, all right. So what kind of breakfast y'all want?
I just need some
Some-
eggs and some bean juice, if real fast.
Eggs and bean juice. Got it. Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Mesquite special as well.
Mesquite special. Okay.
Just some bread for me, please.
Just bread? He looks you over. He goes,
Get him the continental and one for me as well, please. Thank you.
all right. I don't think he'd eat just bread. Not that size guy. You on a diet or something?
Financial, yeah.
He's a
And-
bit tight on the purse strings, you know.
And you, my fine elven lady.
Oh, wow. They're friendly. Can I have, I suppose, some fruit and mesquite bean juice? Like, not quite sure what it is, but
Absolutely. You
You
want
had
that in
it
a
for
tall cup
breakfast
or a small
yesterday.
cup?
it's fine. I
Tall cup
forgot.
or small cup?
Small's fine.
All right, no problem. We'll get you squared away. He goes in the back. He comes back out first thing, lines up the bar, drops all your drinks down, goes right back in there. You hear like pots and pans moving around, ding, 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 ding. Nobody else is coming in. He's not worried about it, comes back out with 5 plates, throws them back down all in front. He goes, enjoy. Hey, we'll just consider this on the house. I know he'd pay for it anyway. He always does for stuff like this. So don't even sweat it.
A
This was a
pleasure.
great idea.
I
Thank you.
thank you from the bottom of my pocketbook, sir.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's usually how they work here. So, if you work with them, you get to come here and eat. So, they own this place too. So they're usually good to me. Anyway, I'm going to go clean up in the back real quick. Y'all need anything else?
No,
No.
thank you.
Okay. And he goes in the back. A few moments later, the other people who were there eating, the other 2 people that were eating, step up. They tuck their broadsheet under their arms and they slide their chairs back and leave their plates in place and step out. You are now in the tavern alone.
Do we want to talk about that weird chill that happened last night? Yeah, we didn't mention it last night.
Someone was watching us last night as we left the theater.
I thought it was me. Glad to know I wasn't alone.
Oh, you're never alone.
I don't know if he followed us past the theater. I don't think he did. I didn't see anything, but never know.
Interesting. I normally just assume it's me when I get those kinds of cold streaks.
No.
You just magically chill yourself every now and again, so just to stay alert or what?
Oh, no, I assume it's something related to my magic acting up.
Fair enough.
I just get cold.
Is that ever happened to anyone besides you? Has anyone else ever had a chill like that?
I don't have magic. At least I've been trying to learn magic, but I haven't managed it yet.
Oh, cool. Nope, never. Sorry, choked on my bean.
Your bean juice?
Yeah,
Still a bean in it.
just a little bean in. Yeah, no, I've never experienced anything like that before. I just figured I got a big chill.
Fair enough.
You experience stuff. What you remember and what you don't remember. That's any given day.
Now, Anna, or excuse me, Turja, there are legendary walkways, alleyways, and stuff that have very interesting, weird things happen in Waterdeep. There are ghosts. There are all sorts of other things too. Now, you don't know what this was. You've only heard legends. You've never actually experienced any of these things yourself in the time that you've been here. But could be. Maybe it is something else. You just don't know. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
All right. You finished your breakfast. Do you have anything else you guys want to talk about?
I just want to point out that we don't
Luciano,
know.
you're muted.
I'm very excited to see my horse. That's all.
Okay.
We don't know who was watching us, whether it was someone from this place or somebody who might have had to do with the people who attacked that gherkin the other day.
We're leaving town, so let's worry about it on the road.
You're right. It's somebody
Ooh.
else's problem now.
I like the way you think, Rafe.
Okay. So finishing your breakfast quickly, you step away from the table. Do you take any more pocket continental breakfast? Do you have pocket fruit now, Garlo, or what are we doing there?
Anything
Cantaloupe
that
doesn't
nobody-
really go in pockets very well. Just
It's
let me
always
know.
Get him
strawberries.
refrigerated bags. He
It
needs
is.
freezer bags.
Whatever hasn't been eaten off of anyone's plate, I just pocket all of it.
But
Okay.
the man did ask for bread.
True.
Oh, there's bread. You can pocket all the bread you want, buddy. There's no problem there.
Is this like the
An
Olive
Olive
Garden
Garden.
situation?
Yeah.
There is
sir,
there's
we didn't
definitely
get
some.
enough.
It's not like the Olive Garden. It's more like Outback Steakhouse where they put the like, little bread things in there and the butter and
He
you
pockets
slather
it
stuff
all.
up. Yeah,
Sir, there's no
He-
bread here. I don't know what
he-
happened.
he-
Can we get more
he's-
bread?
he's not coming back out.
Sir.
He's gone. Don't worry about it.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I look at you with my as I put the last one in after you say all that, and then I take a bite out of it and put it in.
Okay, so stepping forward from there, you step out of the room, or you step out of the tavern to what is, a relatively quiet street. As you notice that people are starting to open shutters on doors and windows, and traffic is starting to take place along the roads as wagons are starting to kick up. You walk around the alley, you see some kids playing in the alley, and they just look like kids who are, either they're not ready going to school right now, or they're in between lessons, or whatever's going on. You walk around the corner, and then sure enough, you see another sign. It's like Happy Axbeak Stable. And as you walk forward up to it, you go up to the main opening where the stable is. It's very large and impressive. There's almost a warehouse-sized area here, and then there's a second floor as well, and there are horses galore, but there's also what appears to be a very large axbeak in one of the corner areas that is eating plucked chicken for itself in the back corner. As you step up, the stable hand comes up. Hey, what are y'all doing here? What can I help you? You here to drop off horses?
Oh, no, we are here to pick up 5 horses.
Pick up
Trip
say again?
for the trip.
Oh, you're the 5. Okay. Yeah. Stone Shield said you guys would be coming. All right, great. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riding horses. No problem. And he goes over and opens up 5 stables, leads them out one by one to each of you, hands you they come complete with saddlebags, saddle, bit and bridle, everything you need.
Anything in the saddlebags?
Nope, they're empty.
Just checking.
They're empty. They're
Okay.
ready to go for you. Do any of you guys, he told me to ask, do any of you guys need bedrolls?
Yes.
That might be a good idea.
How many? 1,
Yes,
2,
please.
3. Oh, never mind. He just gets out 5 bedrolls, puts them on top behind the saddle, over the top of the saddlebags, lashes them in place. All right, 1 bedroll for each of you. That should take care of anything you need for that trip. All right, good luck. All right, see you later. And he goes
See
back
ya.
to shoveling hay into each of the open areas where the 5 horses just came out, and starts handling his business of the morning.
I turn to the others and I say, I actually need to see someone briefly before we leave town. Can I meet you? Can I trust you? Can you guys get the supplies we need? And then I'll meet you at the south gate.
Oh, certainly.
Oh,
You want to go alone?
that seems scary.
It's water deep. It's the castle ward. Nothing's going to happen.
We have seen 2 murders in Waterdeep.
Those are in the dock ward. That's different.
And we did some of those.
Yeah.
Hey, keep your voice down.
What?
If we can do it.
Only in Waterdeep.
Keep the blood
yeah,
off the streets, all right?
I think we're perfectly capable of running some errands. Do you guys know where we're going to shop?
Oh,
What
we
is
did
it?
mention yesterday that we should go to the Southgate area.
Yes.
South Ward area.
Or the
Oh,
South
no.
Ward area.
Mhm.
I can absolutely get us there. No problem.
Oh, I can. South Ward. Been there, done that.
Luciano's never been to the South Ward once. He thought he was there, but he was never been there.
Was he drunk at the
Cimmerian
time?
has been there. Garlo's walked through there. Rafe has never been there either, except for the time you walk through it to get to the Rusty Nail. So, but Cimmerian knows where she's going, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Right, yes. The ranger will get us there. No
Go,
problem.
Cimmerian.
It takes twice as long as I get distracted.
All right. So while the four of you converse on what you're looking for and where you're going, we're going to go ahead and take Turja she mounts up her horse and starts riding through the city. Where are you heading to, Turja?
Temple of Agma.
Okay, the Temple of Agma. No problem. We can do this. All right. So you head to the Temple of Agma. All right. Okay. So you ride there, takes you about 20 minutes to get there, moving with a quickness from where you're at in the North Ward. It's literally just heading straight west and then down a block or two. So it's not too hard. You lash your horse to the front. You have one of the temple acolytes watching your horse because you can apparently make them do that. I don't know how, but you did. Here's a 5 silver offering. Watch my horse. And then in you went. From there, you walk in. Where are you heading to in the temple?
I'm heading to Sisa here.
Okay, so making your way to the library area, you see Sahir is just outside of his office where he is unlocking the door as his early morning has started. Oh, what are you doing here, Turja? Good morning.
Me and those others who were with me a couple of days ago were going to Daggerford. I wanted to talk to you before we left.
Oh, that's fine. Come on in, child. Come on in. Rather fortuitous. I have some information for you as well.
Oh,
Yes, come on in. And he lets you come in.
walk
And then
in there with them.
He shuts the door and then he locks the door behind him.
Oh,
Please, sit. I want to show you something. Something very interesting indeed. And he opens up a box that just happens to be on his desk. And within you see a large, let me find my note here. A large disc made of silver with some runic symbols on it that you've never seen before. It's about 6 inches in diameter, maybe 8, give or take. It looks like about the size of a large dinner plate. In addition to that, there's a black disc as well, about the same size, a little bit thicker, with different runic icons on it, but of a similar style. None of which you understand, none of which you've ever seen before. And he says, but the blackness of this disc, the other one looks like a shiny metal thing made of silver.
mhm.
The blackness of this disc is it exists, but it's like
A black hole.
outside of the icons that you can see and the faint light that comes off the icons, the
Mhm.
rest of the blackness of this disc, it sucks all light. And it's perfectly smooth.
Okay.
Even though you can see these icons, he goes, touch it all you like. This is what your colleague brought, apparently. They're letting me look at it to see if I can recognize anything here and do some research. By the time you come back from Daggerford, this will probably be in the hands of the Blackstaff.
I stare at it and sort of touch it wonderingly. Have you been able to find out anything about it yet?
Well, some of these symbols appear to be runes that match the giant language, the language of the giants. But it's the only thing I recognize on the coin. Now, the coin is old. It is old. But you see it's in pristine shape
That's a coin, but it's so large.
because it's a giant's coin.
Oh, right.
Yes. The coin itself is probably worth 3,000 or 4,000 gold pieces just because of the history of it, much less the silver. But this disc, we've never seen anything like it. At least we haven't. Now, they won't tell us where they got it. They won't tell us how they got it.
Do you know why they went after it in the first place?
That's something between the Black Staff and other people far beyond us. They're tapping our library and our knowledge. We don't know what it's for or what it was, but we've been told to be very secretive about it. So be careful what you see. But if you see anything else like this, obviously let me know.
I'll keep an eye out.
If I find out anything else, if I can, I'll tell you about it. I wish you luck.
Right.
Anyway, what are you here for?
Well,
To tell me you went to Daggerford? Or you're going to Daggerford?
We're going to Daggerford. Before we left, I wanted to ask you, the person we rescued the other day, it turns out he works for a man named Ren Drakewood. That's who we're going to Daggerford for. He wants us to, he wants us to take something from a wizard, somebody named Oscar Thumwild. Do you know anything about these people, about what's going on here? I don't like walking into situations blind like this.
Fortunately, I've never heard of either of them. I wish you luck. I hope they're paying you well.
Well, well enough, I suppose, but I don't really. If there's anything you could find out about any of these people, I would really appreciate it. I don't.
When are you leaving?
Well, now.
So when do you think you're going to get that information on these people?
I meant in the long term. It sounds like we'll be dealing with these people for a while in the future.
Well, I'll see what I can turn up here and there, but I make no promises.
And I wanted to let you know before I left town that I was going.
Well, you
Something
should.
else.
We need to know where you are.
Yes,
Oh, are you going to Daggerford?
yes,
said-
that's
you
what I
said
just said.
The wizards thing is going on there. Well, I don't need anything. If you could find a gnomish TikTok for me, I need a new one. My old one has broken.
A
And
gnomish TikTok.
yes, usually during the wizards thing, the showcase, there's usually 2 or 3 TikTok dealers out there. And my old one, he brings it out and it's like, busted, destroyed thing. He goes, I stepped on it on accident.
Oh. I'm wondering how much is a gnomish TikTok and whether I can afford one right now. See, how much would that cost? I just want to make sure I don't run short on you.
Well, typically a gold or 2 tops. Do you need a gold or 2 to cover it?
No, that should be fine. Just making sure it's not some rare magic item that's worth 500 gold or something.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Well, no, it shouldn't be unless it has other properties, which is nice, but I really just need one that tells the time.
I think I can find that for you.
All right. Best of luck.
Right.
Safe travels.
I'll see you
He
hopefully
gets up and
in
unlocks the
4
door
or
for
5
you.
days.
All right. See you in 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
And he lets you out and he closes the door behind you and he locks it and he's inside the office.
Oof, secretive.
Very,
Yeah.
very. And out you go. Now, while you're doing that, the rest of you, where are you going? Quick heist before you go.
Quick
No.
heist.
What are you working on?
Light.
3,000 gold coin in that room.
Very,
Take it.
very serious shopping trip. Very serious.
Very,
So,
very serious.
instead of talking you through everything, I'm just going to tell you a list of things that we acquired.
okay,
2 tents,
as long as 2 tents,
1
okay.
pot,
1
5
pot.
meskets,
5 meskets,
3 bars of soap,
3 bars of soap,
5 water skins,
5 water skins,
3 daggers. don't know why people don't have daggers. but
3 extra daggers. Okay.
Yep.
3 normal daggers. Okay.
And some stew starters, which is basically like dehydrated meat stock.
Yep. And dehydrated vegetables. They can do that.
Yep.
Just
and it
add
looks-
water.
And it looks like it should cost 15 gold and 6 silver piece, give or take. I would like to. I guess I'll just eat it. That's fine. Yeah. I'll pay
Sure.
for it.
You're going to eat the gold too. Okay. Well,
delicious.
who needs rations when you can eat coin? All right. So you're going to pay for that. And all right. So the party has these items. Awesome. So let's see.
It was such a serious shopping trip that Lucy, Sim, and Garlo are just sitting on the horses, just disheveled, just like bored. Like,
Yeah.
While Rafe was getting some of the serious
Run,
items
Rex.
like the pots and the tents and stuff, Luciano, thanks to a donation, was able to get into a clothier store that just happened to be open and was given a set of chef's clothing with a chef's hat just because he wanted one. He was also able to get a religious robe. What color is the religious robe?
Good question. I'd just say like a blue, like a navy.
A navy blue.
Yeah.
Okay. And a merchant's outfit. Not super ostentatious merchant, but a nicer merchant's outfit. A little bit of the robes, the right fluffy hat that flops on one side, larger than life coin purse that just says "I make money for a living," and a couple other items here and there. But that's basically what you find there. Let's see here.
we come out and Garlo is wearing the chef hat and Sim is wearing another part of the costume, just like
Okay.
guys, no.
Got all this
Guys.
cool stuff, and it cost you like next to nothing. It was like a few copper. It was like in the bargain.
Fantastic.
this is the thrift shopping.
It was
The
actually
top of the
used.
thrift
It was
shop.
all used, so it's got some wear on it, but it's all there. Like it's all there. So congratulations on your costumes.
It looks authentic.
Make sure you add that to your inventory, and
Sure.
make sure you add those other things to the shared inventory as well. I'm glad that you got 3 bars of soap because that means some of you are sharing. So enjoy that experience, as fun as that will be.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I figured that some of us would not be using soap
Fair.
because Rafe can just clean himself with magic. But
All right. So you've completed all this and you all move to the south gate. As you get done, Turja is there at the south gate awaiting you guys. Near
Wow.
a couple other groups there, kind of sitting tight, including some people eagerly awaiting the gate to open, which it then does.
We moved through this city and nobody died.
So far.
And
Yet they're
all
not out
these
yet.
saddlebags are full.
We did something.
You certainly did. And nobody died, as you said. So
Yeah.
from here, you are now stepping through the gate together. As you step through the south gate, the inner south gate, you come to an area where you see a wide open space and then another south gate even further on. Now, on your way out, they just take your names to show that you've left the city. You are all giving your regular names.
Yes.
Yep.
Nobody's doing anything funny.
Shorthand
Leaving,
Sim.
Raid, there's no point.
Okay, so Sim, all
Lucy's
right.
wearing one of his costumes. I'm shifting it.
Are you wearing one of your costumes right now?
Yeah.
Which
Sure.
one?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Which
wear the
one?
merchant one just to like make myself seem a little bit more important. Be
Okay.
Like, yes, traveling for business today.
Yeah, as you get through that first gate, you then see rows upon rows upon rows of caravan companies that are either mustering to unload their wares into the city or mustering to leave the city or are being loaded right now. This is the area where the caravans stage all their things and go.
All right.
Read one of the comments. If I make a donation, can it be delivered to the party Hunger Games style on a parachute?
Depending on what it is, absolutely. Tarask, maybe not. But
That's perfect.
But if you want to unleash the Tarask or do a monster drop, we might be able to do a parachute entry, depending on what it is. I've got options on the table.
Oh my
Let's see
god,
here.
who put that ogre in a parachute? Why is he in
Yeah,
there?
I see a whole bunch of good folks here saying this stuff here. Cimmerian should be, for those who are asking in chat, Cimmerian should be an elf. So,
Oh,
or
yes.
a wood elf in particular. So,
Yes.
Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. So getting through the second gate, you're then on your way. While traveling the trail, storm clouds begin moving in. It's dark and gray, but nothing major is happening. A raven crows in the background. And you continue on. The clop clop of your horses in a steady rhythm begins to take hold as you realize you are actually on horses that are, for all intents and purposes, yours now, full sacks, and you're going on a first job and expedition as a group. Now more than ever, it is probably important that you guys do the right things and keep your eyes open. However, the first thing you see a mile or two down the road is a giant pile of garbage. And I don't mean small, I mean at least a mile or so long. And it is where all the garbage of the city is dumped. Large rats can be seen scurrying to and from. There are the occasional downtrodden or down on their luck searching through the refuse for goods here and there, or things that can be used. You did hear a while back, Turgia, about how, like, about 10 years back, there was a big shanty town there that had been basically upended. And this is how they did it, is they just decided to make this the garbage place. They made it so horrible that no shanty town could exist here. And it's worked out, and it goes almost all the way down to the beach. But all of the refuse from the city is there. So all the piss pots, all the garbage, all the stuff, all the dead animals, anything that should not be in the city that's garbage gets dumped right here. The smell would be terrible if not for the breeze carrying most of it away in the opposite direction. As you continue further down a few more miles, you have a relatively easy trip of it. You get to, hold on here, let me zoom in a little bit on this map here. Chopin. So this is where you're located right now. Can you guys see each other on the map here?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. I need to delete that here. I will place something else there here. Here. So essentially you're at Waterdeep and you've just left, and a few hours in, you cross the first river. Now there's a large bridge there. It's not terribly rough, but you can see there's some logs and stuff that have been there for a while that look like they were dragged in front of the road at one time, but have been dragged away. After crossing the bridge, you go for another few hours and you see a returning group of about 12 city guard, mounted, armored, making their way through. They give you an open-handed wave to let you know, hey, we're coming by. They say, coming in from the city.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Good travels. We're on our way back from patrolling all the way down past Nightstone. It looks like everything's cleared all that way. So we wish you the best of luck. Good luck.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Same to you.
Yes. And they clop on by you. There's not much actually on the road right now.
Oh.
A few hours later, you pass a caravan that's heading north as well. They are long. They're at least a 40 wagon caravan loaded to the hilt. And then a few miles after that, you are at a intersection that says Nightstone heading east, or you can continue south on the tradeway, on the high road to Daggerford and points beyond.
Well, we're going to continue heading south because we're on our way to Daggerford.
And time is short.
That's right. So you make it the rest of the way for the night.
Okay.
That evening, as you guys set up your camp, or just before you set up camp, something catches your eye. You thought you saw another few birds like scurry. Cimarine, can you make a survival check for me?
Absolutely. Oh, not that. Let's try this again. Survival. 11.
Okay. You don't know much about why the birds were spooked, but you know that those birds were spooked and it wasn't from you. They got spooked before you guys got there. Something spooked them and they took off. You were too far away to spook them like that.
Just be careful. Those birds were very scared. I'm not sure of what, but it wasn't us. I know that it wasn't us. Yay.
Hey,
you,
so
Cam
Cam
Higgs.
Higgs, thank you so much for a donation for a greater healing potion to each of the players. So you guys can each mark
Wow.
that somehow in your saddlebags, there was a greater healing potion that was left for each of you.
I don't know when a hawk just dove in and dropped off potions.
Just dropped them off right in your saddlebags, ready to
Yep.
go. So
Yep.
congratulations.
Amazing.
You
Thank you, Cam.
can put each of them on your character. Thank you, Cam. Awesome,
Thank you.
awesome. So this charity stream is kicking off to a nice start here. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. From here, I need each of you to roll perception for me really quick. You keep moving forward.
I keep one hand on the reins, but then I have my other hand is gone to my side and holding onto the head of my throwing axe.
Okay.
I've got my crossbow out.
All right.
I am awkwardly carrying my staff across my lap.
All right.
Clutching my kazoo and holding my dagger out real fast.
How are you riding the horse? With your legs?
Yeah.
Cool.
Tail wrapped around it.
Cavalry kazoo to the rescue. Okay.
Bow out and ready.
Bow out and ready. All right. Cimarine, you feel very comfortable on this horse.
Yay.
Ranger for the win, right?
Mhm.
As you continue on, you come across what looks to be a large, hold on one second here, a large wagon that is, hold on a second here. Where are the things for this encounter? Okay. Okay, there it is. Hold on a second here, making it where you can see it. All right, you see a large wagon that has been, that is kind of canted in the road. There is a dead horse in front of it. And each of you needs to roll initiative for me right now. Because you
Ruh-roh.
see what looks to be some things that just scurried into the woods after you were spotted coming around the corner.
Well, I go dead last. Hopefully not dead last.
Ha ha ha.
Hopefully not foreshadowing.
All right. You hear what sounds like wolves in the distance. There you are, Turja. Hold on here, let me get everybody on the map here. I don't know why it makes me do this way, but I will get it done. All right.
That's because you're the guy
You
who
hear
gets
some
things done.
drums and chanting in the distance. All right. Is everybody on the map?
We're missing
Rafe?
somebody.
Rafe is not, which means he's very safe.
Okay, that is exactly what should be there. There
Already
we
turned
go.
around.
Yeah,
There
he
you
said
go.
nope.
So set yourselves in whatever your riding order would be. If you're hearing drums, you're hearing broken glass, you're hearing all sorts of stuff. And you hear the occasional howl of a wolf and bark.
Yeah, I'd be in the front. Keep an eye out on things. I'd say I'd be in the front. Keep
Okay.
an eye out on things.
All right, roll for everybody's rolled for initiative.
Yep.
Please.
Yep.
Okay. So, what are you doing now? Simmering, what are you doing?
So we hear wolves in the distance. We saw critters scurry off. But we didn't get, was our perception check to see the critter scurrying off?
Was that?
Our perception check earlier.
You spotted them, but they were literally almost into the woods as you spotted them. So not enough time to actually get a beat on them.
Okay, sounds good. Wolves in distance. Just let's keep going forward. Let's not stay here. But we're gonna keep walking. We're gonna keep walking, and only way is forward. Just be ready to fight something kind of scary.
Should we just hightail it?
So it's going to be difficult because the road is actually rutted and goes into a slight ravine here on the right. There's some like a rise that's very steep, and on the left it is also another rise because the road has been used over and over again as this area. This is probably why they selected this spot to get this wagon, whatever it is that they were.
Well, we're at less
So
of a disadvantage.
you can
with
ride past
horses.
as fast as you want, but it's going to be challenging to say the least.
Let's not do it fast. Let's take our time so that we don't hurt ourselves, but also not so slow that we get trapped. Because this kind of looks like a trap.
I'll keep watch while you go across, and then I'll follow you.
Sounds good.
And I take my crossbow out and load it. Well, my crossbow's already out, but I load it and sort of hold it ready.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take a movement speed.
Okay.
We're on
follow.
horseback, right?
You are on horseback.
Back. So is that 60?
Well, you're not going to be able to move 60 because once you get to that wagon, everything slows down.
No. Okay.
Like it's almost a dead stop there. All right. So, okay,
Look at you.
Luciano, I'm going to ask you. I need everybody to not move except when I call your turn. So please put yourselves back, except for Simmerine. So, Simmerine, what's your perception floor here? I'm looking at it. It's
You mean passive perception?
passive perception. I believe
14.
it's a 14. So that's pretty good. So you see to your right, there are 3 goblins that are chasing out immediately to come up to you. I will let you go ahead and take a first shot because I know you were ready for this.
Sounds good. Thank you. Very
Mhm.
kind. Let us do a shoot. Or
Let me-
13.
Okay. 13.
Mhm.
A 13 does not hit.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised at this, but it does not hit.
Friends! We have friends!
You should have friends, Severine.
All right, Luciano, you can move now.
I don't see them, right?
You
I'm
do
just
not.
Yeah, I ride up to be like, she said friends. So I'm like, okay, sure.
Oh no.
What are the friends, Severine?
I mean, you see me shoot the bow too, right?
I guess I just heard friends. I was like, okay.
Look at
I come
that.
up,
Alright.
dagger out, thinking I might do something. Wah!
And your perception is an 11. Nope, no such luck for you. You don't spot them the way Simmerine does, but you do see just as you get up there, Simmerine fire a shot into the woods. And that's when you see movement in the woods.
Oh my god. I'm gonna give what's it called? Bardic inspiration to Simmerine. Since she's the only one here with me.
So you're gonna kazoo that right out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, outstanding.
Outstanding
Outstanding.
sounds.
Bardic inspiration. Here we go.
Thank you.
All right. So from here, you have your bardic inspiration out. You Rafe, what is your move?
I will ride a little bit more slowly now that I've seen bow fire go off and get to this point. And I can't see them at all because my passive perception is down.
Yep, that's correct.
So,
You needed a 13 to spot them.
yeah. Let's see. I don't have anything I want to do here. So, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and end my turn.
Okay. Garlo, what are you doing as your tiny body is riding on a big horse?
I have such a good grip on those reins.
Little man, big horse.
I will. I'm gonna ride forward until it gets a little bit too crowded in here. Is it wide enough to go 2x2 with the horses?
It's wide enough to go 4x4 with the horses if you roll
Okay.
abreast, or possibly even 5x5. But you've got the wagon kind of blocking the way where it would take. It only allows one horse around, and you'd have to jump the dead horse to do it.
All right. So I will just ride forward until I see everyone's getting ready for a fight. Saw Sim shoot something, so I'll just pull my axe and just I've got head on a swivel. I'll use an action. Can I see anybody else around using like a search action? Can I see anyone else?
You can make a perception check, active perception check, looking for trouble.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you see those three guys right over there by where Cimmerian is, and on top of that, you see two wolves that are now also rip-roaring and ready to go.
All right, you got a lot of company, and so I'll have the axe in the hand, and that was my action. So,
Okay, is this a hand axe or a battle axe?
this is a hand axe. I
Hand
said
axe,
I
okay.
had my hand axe. So.
Okay. All right. At that point, three goblins rush forward to attack Rafe, Cimmerian, and who's this right here? That is Garlo.
Arlo.
So, and then two wolves rush out to attack. What's the wolf's movement speed? 40 feet. Turja, all at the same time.
Two at once.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Well, they're going after the far person, and they're fast, so that's what they do. All right, so here we go. Goblin 1 is going to attempt to attack. It comes up and slashes at you, Garlo. Wait a minute, did it roll? Do you guys see that?
Nope.
Okay, let's see. How about now? Now they're going to fight at disadvantage because there's a horse between them and it. So does a 15 hit you?
15 is my armor.
Okay. At that point, you take from its sword 5 points of slashing damage. Okay. The next one in line is going to attack you, Cimmerian. At disadvantage because you are mounted and they are tiny. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, slashing with its sword, it does 4 points of damage to your leg.
Okay.
All
Ouch.
right. These are dumb goblins because they're attacking you, not your horse, luckily. The next one attacks Luciano. Luciano does a 17. Oh, disadvantage. A 5. It misses.
Yes.
Okay, so it slashes across, and you're like, ah! All right. At that point, you also see 3 more goblins appear, who then step out into the road with short bows. However, they didn't get in a good position. The wagon is blocking almost all of their views. They're like, wagon in the way. All right, and that takes us through the first turn. Good job, everybody.
Do I get to do something?
Oh yeah, you do. Turja, sorry.
Okay.
I missed you because you're right above what's called wagon, which is the wagon icon there. So, go ahead, Turja. What are you doing?
Well,
You're being charged by wolves.
I ride fast past the wolves to sort of get out
Opportunity
of their
attacks
way.
from both wolves.
No, I use my bonus action to disengage.
Make a animal handling check.
1 second. Not one of my skill sets.
No, you
5.
do not disengage.
Oh.
So the wolves, however, are going to attack the horse.
Horsey.
14. That is going to hit the horse.
Horsey.
And
The horse
7
casts
does
shield.
not.
Yeah.
The horse takes 5 points of damage.
Uh-oh.
So that is pretty bad for a horse.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I do shoot my crossbow off at the guy attacking Luciano because I need to get sneak attack on something.
Okay. So
Please
take your
roll
shot.
something good this time. 12 to hit.
A 12
Does not hit.
does not hit.
Oh.
It misses entirely.
As it goes flying by. What are you shooting? You could
Okay.
have taken my eye out.
Shut up and fight!
Simrine, it's your move. What are you doing? You're now being surrounded by goblins, and wolves have just attacked.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so I think right now it's too crowded to get by the wagons. We need to clear out at least a body or two so that way we can get by it. So what I'm going to do first as a bonus action is cast Hunter's Mark on the goblin that hit me. And so what that would look like those. I still have my bow, but instead of pulling an arrow, it's more just a line of energy comes out of it. And I release the bow, hits the goblin. And for fun, I'm going to say it's nice little flower petal effects that kind of swirl around it so I know it's that one's the one that's marked.
Okay.
And then I'm actually going to switch to my hatchet instead of my bow, so that way I don't take disadvantage on distance since it's right there,
Okay.
and thwack it with my hatchet or my
Okay.
hand axe.
So you take your swing as you ride up to fight back. You lean down and swing, and you get an 8.
Yeah,
It is not your day. Hey
But-
guys, there are donations for auto crits. There are donations
Probably
for
need those.
inspiration. Now is the time because
For
these guys
for
are
bardic
giving-
inspiration, although I guess you announced it, so never mind. But bardic inspiration is skill checks and what else?
You can use it for combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that. Well, with an
D6.
8, you'd need to roll a lot more higher than. Yeah, I don't know that a D6
Yeah, okay,
is
yeah,
going
yeah,
to save you on
yeah.
this one, but
Yeah. Okay.
it could, but it's pretty slim.
Yeah.
Very low probability.
1 in 6.
Okay. Oh, and Luciano, you were apparently donated an auto crit, so don't forget that. Speaking of Luciano, it's your turn.
Please hit something.
We'll see. I am going to cast Fairy Fire on. I guess these are all in a 20-foot radius, right? These 3 in front of me.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. If I can, they all have to pass a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's see what their dexterity saving throw would be. Let's see here. 7, 11,
Lost one.
and 15.
The last one passed.
The last one passed.
Yep.
That is the one that is fighting with Garlo.
Okay. Well, the other 2 are marked. They're marked in bright red.
Okay.
Light around them. Attack rolls
Against them
any
or
of them
advantage.
are with advantage. So
Okay.
don't miss them anymore, please.
Okay.
At that, I'll take a quick.
They're like looking at themselves for a brief moment, like.
I take a quick, just like step back, just from the one that tried to come at me. Just, and that's
Okay.
kind of. I take this moment. I pull out my my rapier, not knowing really how to horseback fight, but just hoping that maybe I can hit something eventually. So I just pull it out and get ready.
Okay, so you are getting out. You're attempting to leave combat and then come back in, or just
No,
you're
just
riding
leave
around.
combat and then just
Okay.
kind of get ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Rafe, what are you doing?
I begin to cast a spell, and as I do so, the mysterious wind that only affects me and apparently my horse a little bit whips up, and I begin to summon the ghastly skull you've seen me use before, and you hear me intone, "Suffer the consequences of your actions," as I target the goblin that Luciano just ran away from.
Okay.
Bravely ran away from.
Bravely.
Correct.
Yeah. What was that song about Sir Robin again?
17 definitely hits.
Woo!
Oh, excuse me.
Yay.
23 certainly hits.
Right. For 3 necrotic damage.
3 necrotic damage. Okay. That's the one in front of Luciano?
Yep.
Okay. You hear it howl, a shrill howl. And you see like part of its hand becomes black.
And remember,
it's not doing well at all.
that skull, when it hits him, starts to laugh and then lingers over his body.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that.
I just look at
Garlo,
Rafe.
it's your
Way to
move.
make it creepy, Rafe.
All right. So I see this one. He got a good hit on me, and I'm just really quite pissed because I have a horse now. Never been able to afford one of my own, and this little shite is trying to attack me and my horse. So I stand on the saddle and leap at him with
You could jump it off the
going
horse?
into jumping off the horse,
Okay.
going into a rage is my bonus action,
Okay.
and swinging recklessly at this goblin because now I'm second
All right.
level and I have reckless attack.
I'm going to give you you already get advantage because you're reckless, right? Okay, so go for it.
Should have switched to the big one, but 18 or 18.
18 hits.
Oh,
And I'm going to give you a bonus D4 damage from the gravity of the just because it's so beautifully cinematic. So roll your damage.
So that's 6 plus a d4 plus my rage bonus. So 9 damage total.
Okay, so you pretty much cleave it in 2 on the way down. It was pretty horrifying. And you guys just see this gnome just basically pop, and kick off. And you see this goblin that's sheared mostly in 2 pieces come down. And you see him turn. And what is the look on your face? As you're now covered in viscera.
I point the axe at the one that's got the laughing skull around it, and I say, "All right, you get the fuck out of here!" And I'm gonna run with the movement I have to try to get in between both of them,
Okay.
because I'm reckless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the one that is not cloven in 2 is now attempting to. They are attempting to attack and move and do everything else that they can do. So, the one that is right by. Well, it was in front of Luciano.
Yes.
Then moves after Luciano, ignoring the person behind it.
Is that an opportunity attack for me?
I'll give it to you. Go for it.
Is that reckless still engaged? Because I.
Oh yeah,
see
reckless still
attack with
counts.
advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that goes both ways.
Yep, of course. That is
14.
23.
23 hits.
Woo!
thank God.
You do not get the extra D4 damage this time, but
I still get my 2. 8.
8 points of damage. Okay. Well, you literally just right in the back, and you just watch it, and it goes face first into the dirt. And everything goes quiet briefly for a moment. But not for long.
Oh, God.
The goblins, you see the goblin in front of Cimarine snatch up a horn from its background, and as a bonus action,
Oh crap!
and the wolves immediately will come running. You hear the wolves start barking, and you see the other goblins start racing up to attack Cimarine, jumping onto wagons. 2 of them with bows. Oops. I'm gonna move that.
They're under
2 of
the
them
wagon.
jump. Yeah, they're under the wagon, but you know what? We can move them a little bit. Yeah, so we'll put the wagon right. Actually, I'll move that wagon here. But they have bows. They've jumped on top, and they're taking shots at both you and Luciano. So first, the ones with the bows does a
Dodge.
pulling back and releasing. Does a 20 hit you, Garlo?
20 hits, yeah, of course.
Okay. So you take 4 points of piercing damage as an arrow slashes by.
Reduced to 2.
Reduced to 2. Does an 8 hit you, Luciano?
Oh, God.
You are the luckiest bard on the planet today as another arrow whizzes by your ear. The other two that have rushed forward, or the other one that has rushed forward, attempts to attack Cimarine. Cimarine, let's see here. Does a 8 hit?
No.
Probably not. And the other one, immediately attempting to attack, does a 23 hit. Unfortunately,
23.
that's probably a yes.
Does hit.
So
Yes.
slashing through, it gets past your guard and does jam you for another 4 points of slashing damage.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. And with that, Turja, what are you doing?
The
Sorry.
wolves go?
Huh?
Did the
Wolves
wolves
go
go?
next turn.
Oh, okay.
They go at after Cimarine.
Turja moves her a little bit to get a better view, and then she shoots at goblin number 8, the one that's between Lusa, Garlo, and Cimarine.
Okay. So you shoot at the goblin between them. Okay, take your shot.
15 to hit.
Drawing down. You actually score a hit.
Woo!
All right. Roll that beautiful
4
damage.
points damage plus 7 points total.
7 points total.
Nice.
Well, I tell you what. Which one was that there? The one that's between...
Number
Who?
8.
Okay, that one right there.
Okay.
Okay, well, here's some good news. That was enough to kill it. You watch it go...
Got it right in the eye.
It just drops it. Hits the ground.
You want some of this? I yell as I reload my crossbow.
Cimarine, what are you doing?
So since the goblin that had my hunter's mark has died, and my spell hasn't passed yet, I'm just going to wave my hand and to the one that's
The one that's
directly next
closest
to
to
it.
you?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I found you, and we are going to sing the amazing display that Garlo did. I'm going to try to take some of that energy myself, and I'm going to try and yell really loud because that
Okay.
must be the trick to Garlo. Is doing a big mighty bellow,
Alright.
and then I'm going to hit it with my axe.
All
I'm
right.
going to do it this time.
How does your bellow sound?
It's so hard to do with that voice.
I know, that's the point. This is so glorious. I want to hear this. Here we go. You can do it.
No, I think it's gonna be even better because it's gonna be like a. Like it can't quite get there.
Okay.
The voice is just
Beautiful.
it's a little squeaky right now.
I look over because I think Sim's been shot again.
She misses.
Cimarine?
This is not one of the ones that have been marked with the fairy fire, so you do not get advantage.
It's alright, it happens. I'm just looking cool while hitting nothing.
All right, and at that point, the wolves rush up to hit Turja.
No.
These wolves do not like me.
They do not. And you were also the closest target. So,
Urja or the horse?
Turja
Okay.
does a 21 hit.
Yes.
You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Jeez.
Does a 21 hit.
Reed,
You take 6 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
Turja is dragged off her horse as
Oh,
two
dear.
wolves are tearing it apart. Okay, Lord Kyle has donated an uncommon magic item for Cimarine. Oh, wait a second. What is this?
What is it?
One of those goblins has it.
Oh, there's the automatic. That's the automatic critical hit for Luciano. Okay, so Lord Kyle K, thank you so much for the donation for Cimarine's uncommon magic
Lord.
item. Cimarine, you know where to send me the information on
Yep.
that one when you get a chance. So, all right. Okay, back to the fight. All right. Turja, as you hit the ground, everything goes black.
Hi. I'd like to have a word with you, Turja.
Who are you?
You took something from my master, and now I'd like to help you. Ah! Ah!
And that's all you hear. All right. Luciano, it's your turn.
Are they? You said she just fell off her horse, right?
You saw her dragged down by the wolves, and she is not moving, and the wolves are having a field day.
All right. Seeing this, I'm gonna immediately be the heroic tiefling I am. I rush over, Turja.
So you're gonna ride over there
Just yeah, I
with
try to
rapier
ride-
in hand.
rapier in hand. What?
Please don't step on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Not a horseman, so you know I don't know. I run over as fast as I can to the wolf over to the left, just trying to like swing at it. I have a rapier, but I'm just acting. I'm just trying to hit it. Just. So I'm just jabbing a lot at the wolf.
Well, you get an auto crit, remember?
Yeah, that's why.
Well, he's
all
gotta
the
hit
reason I'm doing this.
He's just got to hit. That's all he's got to do.
At 20. Don't need to use it.
True. Just
Make it
at
happen.
20. True. I don't swing my weapon ever.
Just
It's just decoration.
click on the hit column.
Just pretend it was a
Now
thing.
we know why you never swing your weapon.
Yeah.
Mm,
What's your hit modifier, Luciano?
-8,
Yeah.
probably.
Probably. I don't even look for this.
All right.
Oh, it's +4.
This one?
Oop.
Okay.
Ah, well that's a little better.
What did you roll? What's that for?
Oh, I just did it to see what the hit.
Oh,
how it
okay.
rolled. Sorry.
To see what it could be?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it worked? Okay. All right. Rafe, it's your move. You've
I am
seen Turja dragged down. You see Luciano with an unusual bout of extreme bravery
Yeah.
rushing over to help Turja. And Cimarine is now got 2 bowmen drawing down on her and a third goblin that is now in fierce, horse to goblin combat.
I am going to awkwardly wheel my horse around,
Mhm.
and now that I am facing the wolves, I will once again summon my magic. And again, that mysterious wind out of nowhere, annoying only me and my horse.
The
As
It's always
smell
I,
of
annoying.
salt air hits everyone around Rafe.
and you hear Rafe intone, "Suffer the consequences of your actions." And once again, that skull flies out of his magical energies towards that wolf.
Okay.
Metal.
And let's see. It is pretty metal. It's unaccountably metal for Rafe is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It hits.
Ooh.
4 damage, 4 necrotic damage.
Nice.
Okay. You hear the wolf go and go back after Turja one more time. Garlo, what are you doing?
It's bad on both sides.
It's
So I'm going.
This is a real telltale moment. Who are you
It
gonna
doesn't
save?
get better anywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to. I have my hand axe in my. I can't. Oh, I'll draw my other hand axe.
So
And
now you're
I'm
dual
going-
wielding.
Yep. Except I'm going to throw my primary hand. I'm going to throw it at the wolf. I'm going to throw my one hand axe at the wolf, and
What's
then I'm
the
going to
range
get it.
on that?
20 feet? 30. No, 20 feet. So,
Well, the wolves are
I'm just
20 feet, so you can do it.
and I'll do it recklessly. I will just with like just a really big wind-up swing overhead
Alright.
to hit the wolf. 19 on the first. 19, so 24
to hit. Okay, you definitely hit. It's actually easier to hit the wolves than the goblins.
Mm-hmm. So it is 9 points of damage.
Okay. At that point, the wolf, you hear, and the axe falls out of its side, and it immediately goes back to tearing at Turja, but it is certainly in a panic.
Okay. And then I'm going to, with my movement, run around to get to the back. Would it be possible for me to get on the same level as those ones on the carriage?
Make a athletics check. This carriage is kind of messed up. There's stuff all over it, but it's kind of messed up. Yeah.
D20.
Yeah, you jump right up there, but that's all you do.
Yep. And then I just throw the other axe to my primary hand, and I'm like, "You stay the fuck away!" And
Alright.
that's my turn.
All right. Garlo with the hero move. The goblins closest to you go, gnome on the menu. And they drop their bows and immediately draw both their swords and attack you. The two on the wagon. So now it's a top of the wagon fight between Garlo and two goblins. So you started it. We'll see who finishes it. Does an 11 hit?
They have advantage.
Oh, well, let's see here. Does an 11 hit?
Does not.
No? Okay. Well, let's see here. Does a 7 hit? Oh, at advantage.
At advantage.
Does a 17 hit?
17 will do it.
All right. At that point, you take 7 points of piercing damage. Or slashing
Reduced to-
damage.
Reduced to 3 or 4.
Reduced to 3 in your case. All right. For those of you watching who don't know what that means is we round down for the heroes, we round up for the bad guys. So that's
They're
just how we do
bad.
it. Yeah, because you're heroes. Duh. All right. Okay. The last goblin is attempting to attack Cimarine one more time.
No.
It lunges forward.
No.
Does a 5 hit?
No.
No, it does not. Okay. They're starting to look a little panicked. Turja, I need you to make a death save.
Oh.
Nat 20. You're back.
You got it.
16.
It's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's the
You
same.
know, I'd like to talk to you about some opportunities.
I don't even know what you were talking about when you said I stole something from your master. Who are you anyway?
You know, right now, your friends are desperately trying to save your life. This blackness you feel all around you, maybe that sense of pain and impending doom, that fear that you feel as you came off your horse, I watched that. I wish
still-
you well.
And that's all you hear. Cimarine, what are you doing?
I'm still super focused. I'm gonna friggin' hit something.
Okay, go for it.
Doing it.
Do it. This one just lunged forward to slash at you and missed.
Oh my god.
And you lash, and it ducks under and rolls underneath your horse and comes up on the other side.
I want to get off my horse. I'm so frustrated at this point. I'm seeing red. I want to get off my horse. And yell at it, get back here! Gonna hit you!
The wolves attack you, Turja, with advantage.
Was the horse still kicking around? Big
Oh,
pile
the
of
horse is
panic?
running away.
It
Uh-oh.
got past them? Or,
Oh yeah,
They're busy with me.
they're busy with her. So the horse is getting away. It's actually moving towards Rafe, bucking and kicking. The wolves don't care. They've got their prey right now. Does an 11 hurt you?
Actually, no.
Okay, well that's one. Let's see if the other one gets you. Does a 13 hit you?
Also, no.
So they're trying to tear past. No, wait. What's your armor class? It's 13.
14?
Is it?
Yeah. Check
Okay.
it.
Okay. Yep. So they're trying to tear through your armor, and they're not having any luck. It's kind of like wearing biker armor. It keeps road rash down, and apparently it keeps wolves busy. It
And
still
road
hurts.
wolves.
You
Road
can't
wolves-
feel it because you're unconscious. But
Road wolves being kept down as well.
yeah. So Luciano, seeing your friend being and your friend's body, by the way, is getting like buckled every which way to Sunday. The horse has just gotten out of the way. What are you doing?
Yeah. I stab at the one closest to me again with my rapier.
Okay.
Try to jab right at it where it's gnawing, like right through its head.
All right. Roll to hit. So you come up and
Use my auto crit.
7 does not hit. You got to hit the auto crit, brother.
Damn it! I'm just swinging. I'm like, wake up, Turja!
Get off of Turja! Okay.
Wake up!
All right.
Oh my
Rafe.
god. It's so awful.
At this point, Rafe is going to. I guess he's going to once again. Oh wait, no. This time Rafe is actually just going to pull his crossbow free from where it is across his back and take aim at that last wolf, the one that he had previously attacked that cannot heal itself, even though wolves don't do that normally. Let me see. And
The wolf has just got up healing potions. Like, oh no.
right,
Got a little bowl.
just our luck. That is a 7 to hit, so no.
No, it misses. You see the skull.
What are with these
flash through.
sevens?
All right, Garlo, you have leaped on top of the wagon. The goblins have attacked you, and they weren't as successful as they could have been. What are you doing?
Yeah, gonna go ahead and take down the one in front of me.
So you see Garlo in his fury, as they, each of these groups are about 3.5, 4 feet tall, slashing and flailing at each other. And Garlo he's an angry man right now. He is a very angry gnome. And you haven't seen ferocity like this in any of your time before. What do you do, Garlo?
So, because I can get to Turja is my one worry right now. All right, I'm gonna.
So you're gonna leave that fight?
Yeah, I can get to
Two
her.
attacks of opportunity against her.
Oh.
Actually, it's gonna be 3 because I'm gonna run past the one that's with Sim as well.
Let's get past the first two and see if you're still standing. Okay. Let's see here. 23 hits.
Yep.
That
Not
is-
at advantage anymore, but
Why are they not at advantage anymore?
it's my turn and I didn't reckless.
Oh, you didn't. Are you
I
raging?
haven't attacked. I'm still raging, but I haven't attacked
Okay.
anybody yet.
Okay, so they missed on the first attack. The second one gets a 20 to hit. That definitely
Ooh.
hits. That's 5 points of slashing damage. And you say the third one?
Yeah, because I'm making a beeline straight to Turja. So
Okay.
I'd run through 11 as well.
All right. 22 hits. And that's
Please
5
don't
more
die.
points of slashing damage.
You're not dead yet, are you? Please say you're
Nope,
not dead yet.
I'm still raging, and as I run,
He's an angry gnome.
yep, and an angry gnome who's fiddling in his bags because he saw something shiny in his saddlebag, and he put it in his pocket because it's valuable. And with my action, I will administer a greater healing potion to Turja.
Oh, thank you.
Well, just as you get to Turja, a Revivify donation from Elf shocks her awake, and she comes back with, what is it, 1 hit point from Revivify? Yeah, 1 hit point. So
I will take it.
You
I
did all
still-
that, and you hold the potion, you're like, you put it back in your pocket.
Well,
Are you going to give it to her anyway? You give it to her anyway?
in all honesty, she just has 1 hit point, and
Okay,
so
so
I
you give it
see,
to her.
so I get her, and I have her head, and I'm about to just like shove it in her teeth, and she like takes a breath. I'm like, oh good, I won't have to break a tooth, and I just plunge her into her mouth. And
Well, here's the problem. You get the healing potion in, but now the wolves are getting opportunity attacks.
yep, but it's
Oh no,
still
wait,
gonna
they're
be-
not. They're not because you didn't move past them. So you're good. You're good. The wolves will not get it. So you get that in, but the wolves are definitely like they're gonna tear into both of you guys next.
That's fine. But so that's greater is 2d4 plus 4. Is that
I
correct?
thought greater healing was 44 plus 4.
Is it 44?
It is 44 plus 4.
44.
All right,
17 points of healing.
Garlo to the rescue. Absolutely amazing. The 2 goblins that had taken up swords immediately sheath their swords, scoop up their bows, and begin to take aim again at Rafe and Cimarine. The one that is fighting Cimarine, however, is going to do exactly that, and it lunges once again. Ha! And with a 19, does that hit?
Yes.
You take 4 points of slashing damage.
Lad. Looks like Elf's back on the menu.
Freaking murder you.
The other goblins, in order to do those actions to scoop up their bows and arrows, are looking a little unsteady because they see their numbers dwindling quite heavily. What are you doing, Turja?
Well, I pick up my my crossbow sort of fall into the ground when I was on the ground, so I unsheath my rapier as I get up and I attack the wolf that is next to Luciano.
Okay.
Maybe once I'll actually roll a hit.
We'll see.
18 to hit.
Okay, so you slash in and you hit. Roll for damage.
10 plus 1. 11 points damage.
11 points of damage. Well, you certainly killed it. Great job. You run it through and come out, and it drops to the ground. Cimarine, it's your move.
Furious.
You are furious.
Stalking
and that,
forward.
You're bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah. I can drink a potion and hit something, right?
Drinking your own potion, is a bonus action in our games.
Sweet. Awesome. Then yes, I'm going to drink my potion.
All right.
What was that?
44
Plus 4.
plus 4.
Roll. 12.
Okay.
All my hit points are back. Hooray!
All your hit points are back, so you flood yourself with hit
I
points.
drink it, I throw it on the ground, and I point with my axe at the goblin. You're next. Let's go. Actually, you're next. Let's go. Barbie voice. I'm mad. I want to hit something. Ah!
If anyone wants to donate an inspiration to Cimarine so she can hit something tonight, I'm sure she would love you.
Oh my
very
god.
much. Okay, here we go. The wolf that's left is attempting to run. It knows its days are numbered. Is anyone taking a? You could take Luciano. You can take a opportunity attack.
Sure. Yeah.
And then Turja can take an opportunity attack as well.
Excellent. Woo, dirty 20.
We'll
Oh,
let
dirty
Luciano go
20.
first. That's an auto crit if you want it to be.
Don't bother. Don't bother.
You've got 2 hits coming in this way.
It's your call. Are you going to use the auto crit?
Oh no.
Okay, no. All right, roll for damage.
Yep.
Here's where he rolls a 1.
Yeah!
8 points of damage. You skewer it right through, and it also falls right there. At that point, Luciano,
I'm just screaming. Ah!
it's your move, Luciano. You skewered it, and you're coming back up before it could take off. And what are you doing next?
I turn, just riding on this adrenaline,
Mhm.
and I rush to the one that Cimarine has been trying to hit.
The bloodlust is
Okay, here he
upon
goes. He's riding forward. Here he goes.
And I just drive forward with my rapier again.
Okay.
Yeah!
it.
22. Are you dropping the auto
Yeah.
crit
Let's
now?
drop that crit. Let's drop it. Do it.
Okay.
It's a 1d8 plus 2.
Hit that critical hit button.
The critical.
Boop.
My friend, you have wasted that goblin to bits.
Who says I don't fight now?
You skewer it through its head and literally pick it up, and you shake its dangling body off, and you're like, ah! What? How do you react to this? How
I'm
is
just like,
Luciano?
You okay, Cimarine?
For a moment, I considered putting Hunter's Mark on you. No words.
Rafe, in the fight of your life here, how are you doing this? Up. Wait a minute, we got another donation here.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll award that later.
Yes.
Okay.
So once again, I'm going to wheel my horse around awkwardly.
Just
Because I don't want to be forced to make a handle animal check.
how do you do that with brains like you with a steering wheel? Come on.
Pull
If I
it
do
back
it
through.
sharply, then it becomes like a proficiency related thing. That's not good. I'm gonna fail that roll. And this goblin, this lower goblin, up there on the wagon, I am once again going to summon my my skull magic.
Sending it back to it.
And you'll hear the intonation this time. It's a little bit different. He'll say, "Be afflicted by the weight of your own malfeasance." And yeah, I'm not gonna hit.
You see them jump off the wagon to run, and it misses. Garlo, what are you doing?
They don't know what the word malfeasance means. So
Yeah.
they're like, offended.
That scared them away. They're like, wait a minute.
You're scary with magic. Stop. Ah.
I see that Turge is up, and I know there's still two squirreling around over there, so I run to get like a view of them. Can I see them from about there?
Oh, they're running off the wagon. They're heading back into the woods. They're going to make a break for it. You can sense that something has gone horribly wrong for them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get line of sight. If I can catch them, I will. But if I get line of sight, I'm just gonna take my hand axe that I have. I'm gonna put both hands on it, step, and really drive into it to do a reckless attack because I'm gonna kind of overthrow it a bit and kind of lose my balance. So reckless attack at either one, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna try to throw the hand axe at him. So go from there. Reckless. 19 or a 19. Two 14s. That's cool.
19 hits.
And then that is 11 points of damage.
You shatter it. You literally describe how you take this thing down.
Yep. So it's like turning to run. The one looks at it, says "Goblin," turns to run away, and as he turns, I just let it go. And as he's turning, his chest faces me, and it just buries into the sternum and knocks him backwards off the back of the wagon.
You see him like as he starts to run. You see him literally fly head over heels backwards and boom, 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 boom. The other goblin doesn't even turn to look and starts to run as fast as it possibly can.
Oh no! I killed the wagon.
Oh, wrong
Poor
thing.
wagon.
Sorry.
The wagon never did anything to you.
Whoops. Hold on. The wagon can't die. Sorry. Well, it can,
Immortal
but not in this
wagon.
case. Yeah, sorry.
Put it back up. Thank you for saving me.
Yeah. Sorry. The other one tumbles off, and the other one runs into the woods as fast as it can go. At that point, the woods go silent.
As they do, Rafe will actually ride closer to Garlo and put a hand on his shoulder, and you'll hear he'll pause and make his invocation to God. And in this case, I'm probably gonna say that he'll go with something like, "O Maker, hear your faithful servant, and make whole this being, so that they may aid in your great work." Garlo, you'll recover some amount of hit points. Give me a second here.
You reach out your hand, and I flinch because I've seen that skull come out of
Oh
me
my
multiple
gosh.
times.
Oh
Is this
my God.
malfeasance?
Oh
Is
my
that what that
God.
means?
And you recover 10 hit points.
With a skull over your head. All
No
the whole
skulls.
time.
No.
Turja, as you continue to figure things out, the only sounds that you guys hear are the sounds of the woods. The goblin has obviously run for its life and is farther and further away.
Would I have had time to move my hunter's mark onto it?
Only
reason I ask is
your
if
hunter's
we-
mark did not get to transfer to anything the last time I checked.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
You can transfer it
yeah.
as a bonus move.
Yeah.
When a
Yeah,
target.
but she. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's what I was asking if I would have had the time, right? I
Yeah,
know we
you can.
exited-
You absolutely can. If you want to track it, go for it. You
Yeah.
get it on there. No problem. You get it on there.
That's all I care about.
All right.
Save us
Um,
out for blood.
occasionally you'll hear the sound of what sounds like one or two ravens in the distance. But other than that, the sounds of the woods and that is all that you hear left on the trail. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to find out what you guys discover right after the combat. So congratulations. And thank you so much, everybody, for these donations.
Thank you so much
Awesome
for keeping me
stuff.
alive.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Hey, and we're back. Hey, real quick, before we get started, we got some mid-show announcements here today. So it looks like it's a good time to get this started. We have a giveaway tonight. And hold on a second. Let me check what we got here. We are $60 away from our show goal of $500 today. If we hit that $60, we'll do the giveaway immediately. But right now, we've got a giveaway of, what is it we're giving away? And
Hey, don't forget, we have this wonderful giveaway. Type in exclamation point epic in Twitch chat to enter to win a D&D Beyond Forgotten Realms bundle. We got through every syllable of that on the first try.
That's right. D&D Beyond put together a special bundle just for this show because we're take place in the Forgotten Realms. So if you win, you'll get whatever's in that bundle. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I think there's something like some dice, maybe some Rime of the Frost Maiden stuff. It's pretty cool stuff nonetheless. But check it out. It's on D&D Beyond, and it's a great way to win some cool stuff for yourself. Additionally, our sponsor, Shard Tabletop, for $50, you get an Adventurers bundle, a year subscription, and 5 extra awesome pieces of content from 5 different content creators. I think it's worth over $86 for $50. And then for a $100 donation, you get a 1-year subscription to the GM level sub and 7 pieces of extra content from 5 different content creators as well, in addition to all the other great content that Shard gives you as part of their system. So check out the VTT from Shard. It'll up your game. Play the game, not the VTT. I think you'll have a great time trying that out. So check it out when you get a chance. Is there anything else I'm forgetting on the announcements? Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Alex. So anyway, let's see here. Did we get any questions? No, I don't think we got any questions. So,
Nope.
All right. So here we go. Back into the show. So you guys have cleared the battlefield, except for the sound of the occasional raven or two and some small songbirds here and there in the distance. There is nothing but the sound of quiet silence, and your horse is really nervous hanging around. But it looks like you have won the battle and the day.
Do I find my horse?
You do. It didn't run away. It ran towards Rafe. But I mean, like it kicked around, but it was looking around, and it sees that you guys have cleared the battlefield pretty quickly. You have risen back up, Turja. You are good to go. So
Can we search the wagon and the goblins?
I don't know. Can you?
I go to search the goblins first and then the wagon.
Okay. So along the goblins, you find some things very quickly and commonly across all of their bodies. This is pretty easy because you can see it physically on them. They all wear necklaces with ears on them. And you recognize almost all of the ears, except for a few, are elven ears. And apparently we just hit our goal, which gave another, by the way, we had a number of different things happen here. So Garlo, you got an uncommon magic item, and Luciano, you got an uncommon magic item.
Woo!
Congratulations. And we just had a $60 donation to hit our goal. Go ahead and hit that giveaway for me, Tech Goblin, and let me know who won, because I can't see it on my end here. Oh, I can. I got chat up here, over here. Lord Kyle K, congratulations. You have won a D&D Beyond Forgotten Realms bundle from D&D Beyond. And we will make sure we get that up for you. Hey, punch in another one. I know how to get a hold of Lord Kyle K. But what'll happen is Lord Kyle K will reach out to you, and we'll get some information from you, and we'll make sure we send you that bundle. Set up another one for a Xanathar's Guide for me. So we're going to give away another D&D Beyond Xanathar's Guide. You can just do the same one. Just change the title, pop it in. From a Tech Goblin perspective, it's pretty simple. And we're going to give away a Xanathar's Guide to D&D Beyond. So you guys can get those entries in as soon as that comes back up. I'm excited. So congratulations, guys. Thank you for helping us crush that goal. Now we just got another 500 to go. Let's see if we can crush 6,000 tonight in the next, 47 minutes. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, we can do this. We could do this, right? Okay. So back to which is they all have elf ears necklaces is what they have. And then, aside from rusty, jagged sword weapons that weren't that well maintained, but they are scimitars if you want them. And some bows with, pretty feral arrows. Not a lot on these guys. They wear like loincloths, and except for where they were hacked to pieces, they've got, really nasty smells and hair. A few of them have pouches on them, and a few of them do, but one of them, who was probably the leader, has a pouch with 28 silver pieces, 10 gold pieces, and 36 copper pieces.
Oh, I grabbed that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys scoop that. Let's see here.
I'm working on clearing the wagon as much as I can to just get debris and everything to clear at least one lane of traffic.
All right. As you start looking at the wagon, you realize this is a wizard's wagon. The wizard is definitely dead, and so is his apprentice. They were apparently caught off guard early on and hacked to pieces. They were probably taking a break when the goblins attacked. You do find a number of items, though, because this was a wizard that specialized in the manufacture of goods and exotic animals. So some of the animals are unfortunately dead. It's just, the nature of the beast. There was like a peacock that got wiped out, a couple other items or animals that you couldn't tell. But there is a skunk, there is a badger, and there is a tressum, and they are all in various different cages. The tressum is on its own. It's not in a cage, but the skunk and the badger were both in cages, and they look very not happy right now. In addition to that, you find, the wizard's personal trunk of belongings, which does have a component pouch, a couple other items. But there's also his funds, and you find several bags of coins, copper, electrum, gold, silver. On the wizard themselves, you find a bag of holding, a undamaged cloak of elven kind. In his pocket, there was a set of eyes of charming. There was a hat of disguise and some kind of stone that, once you decipher some of the elements of it, it appears to be a stone of good luck. If you check the shared treasure section in Shard, you'll be able to see those items and distribute those as you see fit. Okay. So what are you doing with these animals? The tressum immediately starts flying briefly and starts looking at Cimmerian. Comes up and starts smelling you.
So as flames side of the face, we're still having a moment here as this all played out, unexpected to a degree. But every time I try, and it's like I'm trying to grab Garlo's attention, I'm trying to move, and there's this tressum in my face. And I'm like, just one second. What can I do for you? How can I help you? Oh, you're kind of adorable. Mm-hmm. 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 And I start like matching its movements.
And it matches yours too. And it tries to like move up and sniff at your nose and check you out.
Wow. Do you start patting myself for food? I don't have berries in my pocket, but I'm assuming I have some trail rations I can hold out and be like, do you want food?
It just comes up and checks you out. Then it flits over to a couple other people, checks them out as it goes back and forth. It has forlorn eyes. You can see that very clearly, Cimmerian, more so than the rest can.
Aww.
Luciano, there is a badger that is like,
Sounds like a goblin.
no, that's a badger.
Badger
Trust me, that's what a badger
Just
really
eating
sounds
the
like.
goblin.
Yeah.
I'm enamored.
You can open that
Immediately.
cage.
Yeah. Hi, little guy.
Okay. You reaching in?
Yeah.
Okay. I need
Worse than
you
Sim.
to. I need you to tell me if a. Hold on a second here. Does because you're dumb enough to do it, does a 19 hit you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude, you just took
Jurassic Park style.
2
his arm
points
gets
of
pulled
piercing
in.
damage, and it's now locked onto your hand. So as you yank your hand out, it's like hanging on.
Guys, he loves me. Look at this.
It's like hell.
Go.
It hurts
Oh
like
my
hell.
God. Ow. Oh, this is adorable. Ah. It hurts, but I'm excited.
The tressum pays you no mind as it moves around, and this tressum has amazing dark Siamese coloring, and the wings are actually black as well with that Siamese coloring. And it floats back over to you, Cimarine, and it appears to kind of nestle itself down on your saddle right in front of you, and just kind of look up at you. Garlo, you see a skunk that is just looking at you with like boo-boo eyes.
It's not one of the ones that was in the cage.
It's in the cage.
Skunk.
It's in the cage.
Just a skunk on the road.
Road skunk. It's still
You're
good.
mine now.
I look at it and reach into my pocket, pull out some of my pocket ham. I hold it up and then I reach it slowly and I put it down about. I open the cage, take a step back, and then I put it down about halfway between us, and I take a step back.
And it then springs out of the cage and then snuggles up to your leg.
And
just starts rubbing up to you like a black and white kitty, but it ain't no black and white kitty.
I start petting it. Start petting it on the head and then a little bit under the
apparently domesticated, unlike the badger. It's pissed off. So, meanwhile, as you're doing this, you're seeing Luciano. Hang on a second here.
This was cute, guys, but now it really hurts.
It hurts you again.
I'm ignoring this for the moment as
For 3 more points of damage as it's biting the absolute tar out of you.
Guys.
I'm gonna run to help. I'm gonna try to hold still for God's sake, and I'm gonna just try to grab.
You're gonna grab a hold of it?
I'm gonna try to get him to hold his arm still so I can grab it by the snoot and by the bottom, and so I can just try to lift the mouth.
Oh no, man! I need you to make a contested strength check.
Garlo, no, I that's a very bad idea.
I think you're supposed to put the head down further.
Oh, you may be the luckiest guy on the planet because I rolled
17.
a 2. So you managed to get it open, and it's just like, and it's trying to. You're having a hard time though, Garlo. You know, if you let this thing go, it's turning on you next.
Yep, I'm holding it just like if you ever wrangled a snake and you're just holding by the head, just so you're behind the danger zone.
Luciano, you are bit to hell. And I want to thank the donation, because they're probably going to need it now, for healing potions for every member of the party from, let's see here. Wait a minute, where was that? I thought there were healing potions for every member of the party that was donated. I guess I missed that.
One.
Okay. And we just got a donation from 491 Phantom. Thank you for your generous donation. Enjoy that DNDBeyond player bundle that you just donated to get a reward for. I know you're going to love that. We're going to make sure we send that to you as soon as the charity streams are over. So we'll take good care of you. Thank you so much, 491 Phantom. Okay. So what are you doing? This thing is going to bite down.
I'm going to quickly grab the cage and just kind of hold it open. If I can, just kind of Garlo.
I need you to make a athletics check to get it into the cage and not get bitten.
Me or Garlo?
Garlo.
Okay.
Oh no, not great on that one. 9.
9. Let's see what we get here. 3. You managed to get it into the cage. Now I need you to make another athletics check to see if you can get the door closed before it comes back out.
Yes!
24.
I get it in there and I slam the cage shut and it like pushes into Lucy and it's just gonna like knocks him back. It's just, Jesus shite.
You're so cute.
So Jesus.
And it's like
There's
gnawing at
a
the cage.
cleric
like-
I know.
It's like very angry. That's a badger. I just want you to know I didn't pick these animals. And they didn't pick them based on which ones I could do impressions of either. So, however, Cimarine, your Tressum is like,
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Turn
ignoring.
away.
There's sounds in the background of the chaos that's happening, and I'm just sitting here happy as can be with my cute little dress thing.
meanwhile, Turja is tearing through everything in this wagon, all right, or what's left of it.
Oh, come. I would search the wagon more politely than that.
They're already corpses. You know,
I mean, there's tons of stuff that's messed up. I mean, the stuff that the wizard was wearing and his apprentice is pretty much soaked with blood. That's
Well,
worthless.
Well, Terja and Garlo have turned the interior of this wagon over. Rafe is actually going to take a look at the exterior and see if it looks like it's still functional.
Oh no.
Nope.
No, two of the wheels are busted up. The horse carcass is dead. I mean, there are parts that looks like they had started to try to burn it for entertainment value because goblins aren't bright. But it
Well,
is
then he
what
would
it
just
is.
start clearing debris from whatever side looks most convenient for them to get around.
Now there are some extra ropes and stuff on there too that you can use to drag the wagon out of the way. But it is what it is. Are you doing anything with the bodies? Are you doing anything with anything else? Or are you just moving on?
Actually, leave the bodies for the moment. Let's find a place that is not the bottom of a ditch, and we can take care of them.
So there is an area right here on the map, just south of there, on the right-hand side that you could bury them by the road if you wanted to.
Yeah. If anybody actually has a shovel. I'm not sure that we do.
So the wagon does have some pioneering tools on it. So there's a shovel, a pickaxe, a
Okay,
couple
yeah.
other items. You're more than welcome to take those with you if you want after you're done.
Yeah. We'll probably just take those pioneering tools.
Mhm.
So yeah, Rafe will take care of that unless somebody else wants to come help him dig.
We should get the wagon out of the way of the road. We don't want anyone else ambushed the way we were.
What I'll do. Lucy, give me a hand.
Oh, I only have the one. I'll go
Okay.
help him dig a ditch or dig a grave.
All
Can you
right.
cast healing spells or something?
I can.
Just like the one arm and the shovel and just like,
At this point, I was in too much pain and too much like excitement that I've forgotten I can do. I'm just kind of doing everything one-handed right now.
Dramatic. Am I the drama? No.
Am I the drama?
And you do wind up also finding about 8 days of rations for one person, a miner's pick, two sets of hempen rope, and a shovel as well. So, all right,
Hell yeah.
that's also.
I'll
creative.
use yeah, I'll just knowing it's too big to move by myself, I'll use my axe to just it's already broken to just break the pieces into manageable size that I can just carry them off the road because the whole wagon would probably be too much to drag.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and say final rites for both of them. And did we find anything in the wagon that identified who the wizard was?
There was a sigil.
Okay.
And his spell book.
I will copy the sigil, and I guess we'll take the spell book. I know just enough about magic to know that it's probably trapped. So I'm just going to take it and put it away.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, and we've apparently the woohoos you just heard was the sound of another donation coming in for inspiration for all of the players.
For
Let's see here, Four of the
Holy moly.
players. Random inspiration for 4 players. Wait.
I
That's
don't-
not for this team. That's for Phoenix and Waukee. So we'll make sure that goes in.
Oh, nice.
Alrighty, congrats, guys. So let's see here. And they just kicked off over there too. So Phoenix and Waukee is awesome. We'll be raiding into them tonight. So, all right. So you've got all your gear and stuff like that. What are you going to do now?
On the road again?
Oh no.
About how much time do we have left in the day?
Well, it's getting to be toward the end of the day. So you need to find a place to make camp. And this is you got about another hour before the sun goes down.
I'd
Cool.
really prefer to get at least a little bit away from here before we make camp.
Yeah.
I agree.
Fair enough. As I get back to my horse, I'm gonna take some of the bigger pieces, just stomp on them and break them so we have firewood.
Oh, 50.
Always.
Yeah, now that I've gone around and removed all of those dozens of pounds of rations from everyone's saddlebag, they have space to loot whatever they want to. Oh, and I guess, Rita, we're just going to go right to camping?
Yeah. So at this point, you guys set up your camp. You guys figure out how you're going to do that. You set up a nice area. You kind of circle the wagons. You circle your horses a little bit. You find a nice little area off trail, but near enough to the trail where you can see it. It's an area that is somewhat defensible, but not. There's no berms or anything protecting you or anything like that. But there are some areas. It's a fire pit's there before, as other groups have come through here. Normally, much larger caravan crews would be in this area. There just doesn't happen to be one tonight. As you guys tie your horses off, what is the order? Yes, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and heal Terja's horse.
Okay, you heal Turge's horse. Smart move. The horse is now healed. By the way, if you have not added your horses and your animal companions to your character sheets, please do so. And then tonight, if you're on the Discord, we'll probably tell you what they named each of their horses and their new pets. So hang out and watch our social media. Go ahead and hit the exclamation social, I think, on there and see what we can do to get that up there for everybody. So, all right, here. 491 Phantom, thanks for sticking around till the raid. All right, let's see here. So now that this has happened, what are you guys doing next? You guys have set up your camp. What is the order in which you guys are going to sleep tonight?
I keep seeing as we're part of the day was after the fight, and then just throughout when she's not playing with that flying cat of hers, Sim keeps staring daggers at me. So
I think at first with staring daggers, now that we have the cat, I am actively ignoring you. Like whatever possible. When you try to move the wagon, I ignored you. When like you try to say hi, it's like you don't exist. It is blatant and obvious that.
And somebody holds a grudge worse than dwarves. Man, you take their kill.
Oh no, it wasn't the kill.
I'm
While
gonna
we're having a whatever is going on right here, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to take the second watch. Terja, would you like to take the first?
Yes, that will work fine. Thank you.
Anyone else taking watch? And which one?
I'll
take a watch. Wanted to sleep. I was hoping everybody else would do it.
So you're going to take one at third watch, Luciano?
Yeah, I'll take third watch.
Okay. And Garlo?
I'm
And Simmery?
gonna join Sim. I don't think she wants to, but I'm gonna wait for her to wake up for her watch, and then I'm gonna join.
Okay,
her.
because we only need 4 because it's 2 hours
Yep.
each. Okay.
Yep. So-
All right. So Garlo, Submarine. All right. Okay. Turja, your watch is quiet for the most part, except for the sounds of the insects and cicadas in the night, and the occasional hoot of an owl and caw of a raven. You don't hear much else going on. Rafe, same for you. Not much else going on this evening. It's quiet. Luciano.
Yep.
As you go through, at some point, you hear way off in the distance, and it's got to be miles away, but it's loud. You hear the sounds of what sounds like drums going off.
Good. Guys, I go to I'm just trying to, whoever's closest to me sleeping, I'm just.
Miles away.
Oh. Guys.
What's up?
Oh, there's drums. I don't know what it means. I don't know how to camp. I'm scared.
It's fine. It's just music. Just it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I take out my. Is this a long rest or a short rest?
Long.
I hear that. That's not how
That should not have happened.
I'm waking you up.
Those drums sound way too hopeful to be like eerie
Not
drums
have
in the
happened. I
night.
have no idea what just happened there. Sorry about that.
Luciano, it's nothing. Oh, no, it's not.
Guys, I told you.
They're here. They're here.
What in the world just happened there? Holy crap.
I let them go back to sleep. I take watch again, and I just slowly start playing my kazoo. Just trying to calm myself down.
It's like the
Okay.
Oscar Mayer Wiener song.
Yeah.
Lucy, please stop.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My bad.
This is the moment that I appreciate my very low perception because I definitely don't make up to that.
Is that
And
how we
then
wake up for our watch?
The
Just like,
drums are gone. Your watch ends and you wake up who? Who do you wake up first? Simmarine or Garlo?
I'll wake up Garlo.
Okay.
Garlo. I'm ready to sleep. Get up, Garlo.
Alright, yeah, fine. Still hearing drums.
They're off in the distance somewhere, but
They're,
they haven't gotten
they're
any
gone
louder.
now. They're
Yeah.
gone now.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
Perfect. Happy to hear that. Yep, I roll up my bedroll and I get just some water going in the pot to do just like basically the breaking hardtack into oatmeal essentially.
Mhm.
Just heating it up and mushing it out. And then I'm gonna wake up Sim.
Sim was trancing, so she's already awake, right?
Well, she comes out of her trance is essentially what happens.
We need to talk.
she's looking away from you every time you look at her. She's just looking away as if you're not there. Okay, this is great.
I am awake because I want to be awake, not because a liar woke me up.
Oh,
And I get up and I brush myself off and go to the fire.
Now, if we're being true, honest to semantics, it's not that you've actually paid me for my services yet.
We never agreed upon a day two, and that seems like poor dealership on your part. And now I understand why you're poor. We still had an arrangement.
Oh.
Well, unless you give me the coin.
You never told me how much you owed, but you still were in my service.
Well,
I'll
the
happily be
first
paid you.
trial day.
I still believe we were under service. You never said that you were not. I said I was happy to pay. You never told me how much you'd pay. And you never said you were out of my service. Therefore,
I believe that the payment was a gold a day, and I believe that I told you the first day was on me.
well, you never said how much. I offered a gold. But you never declared how much it would be.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
I left you in that situation. I am sorry that it was a breach of our contract. I am not sorry for prioritizing saving Turja. I
Is Turja awake for this?
still our watch, though. You're probably still asleep.
I'm probably still asleep.
I've lost people before because of inaction, and I wasn't gonna let it happen again.
Oh,
I'm sorry if I betrayed your trust, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Not betray your trust. Save someone. I want to make sure I'm very clear on that. Betraying you wasn't part of what I wanted to do.
I also want you to know, I am happy you saved Tertia. I like her very much. She's very nice. I was brokenhearted that you broke the contract. However, let me help you. How you could have argued back without Terja alive? You were still protecting us by making sure that we had another body on the floor. You still had a chance to win this argument, silly.
Not a very bright man, if I'm completely honest.
That's okay. That's what you have me
Oh.
here for. I'll be smart for you.
Sounds fair. I'll extend a bowl of porridge, which is just it's seasoned with some pocket ham, so it's probably like a savory oatmeal at this point. But
As you hand it over, I'm patting my purse in, and I take out 2 gold. For yesterday and for today. And part of our arrangement is to make sure all of our friends stay alive. Because if they're alive, hopefully that means I'm alive too.
sounds like a deal.
And I
I'll
include
put out
you
a
in
hand.
that.
I'll put on a hand-to-hand shake.
Doot, doot. It's a little noodly.
It's very firm. Like a bit, not in like a jerk trying to squeeze a hand way, but in like a, hey, this guy is very strong.
So after all that's happening, you also hear this this little cage that's
Jesus
next to
Christ, he's
Luciano.
still alive.
I'm cuddling
And
the
Garlo,
cage.
on your lap is cuddled up your skunk.
His name is Stampy, and I keep him actually on my neck, because I've got big lats, so it just kind of nuzzles up, so it's kind of like a self-heating muff that I just keep around my neck.
Stampy?
Stampy. Because skunks, when they're territorial, they do the bounce stamp.
Okay. And with that, the tressum has nuzzled itself up into your armpit, making your dog jealous.
Obviously.
And the rest of you are kind of stirring as your watch ends. Knowing Garlo as I do, did you happen to make some precursors for some breakfast as you're waiting? You got the coals up.
Pretty much the old bread that I had from the breakfast before, and then any of the stuff I pocketed. It's just kind of a hearty, savory based porridge kind of jam.
Okay.
And then hot water.
So a salted cured pork porridge, which is not bad. It actually tastes more like polenta the way you did it. But you got a little bit of spices on you because one thing that I know about you is you know how to use spices. So, and that is a savory breakfast for all as you wake up. The sun has just crested the horizon. Dawn is past. The wind is picking up as those gray skies continue. But it looks like that you see the sun in the distance poking up. In a few more hours, you may have the cloud cover gone and your day begins. And that is where we'll pick up next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. Thank you so much, everyone, for helping us super crush our show goal of $500 today. And hopefully we can crush our next challenge goal of 6,000 with Phoenix Iwaki here in just a few minutes. I know we got a couple last minute things real quick here. Where are we at right now? Okay, I see where we're at right now. With our outgoing stuff. Anna, you want to kick us off here?
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, while she's getting
don't
her-
forget to
go ahead.
subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel right now. Subscribing is free, and you will not miss any of the action, and you will get access to additional content. Your likes and positive comments in the videos will help other adventurers find out about the show, so please do like and subscribe.
Outstanding. Okay, and Brandon.
Yeah, we have our here at the Games Tavern again. 100 times before, we are raising money this week. So starting tomorrow, we have a bunch of finishing up one shot, so 2 shots.
We've got a
the
whole
tail
bunch of
ends.
stuff coming. Yeah.
All of it's coming tomorrow, so and all weekend long. So please check us out and keep donating because it is a phenomenal effort you guys are putting in. It's very important.
So we're raiding into Phoenix Iwaki tonight for their show, but tomorrow morning they kick us off with Jacinta's Tyranny at 9 a.m. Eastern. Then we've got RPG Short Shots, The Midnight Train, with it's a story in Eberron Part 2. Very creepy train ride. And then right after that we've got Phoenix Iwaki doing their famous one-shot roulette with quite a few very famous people. Check our social media. You'll see some of the famous TTRPG folks that are in there. I think Quincy from Quincy's Tavern is there. Last week they had James Hake. They have a whole bunch of people on there. And since we're rating in, I'm sure they'll talk about it there. Then on Saturday, we start off with Candlekeep Mysteries in the morning. Then we've got some Initiative Quest in between some shows, but we've got Kobold Dungeon starting at 12 noon. Star Wars First Night starting at 3 p.m. And then we've got, let's see here. What is it? Hold on a second here. Castle of Mirrors from our friends at Superior Adventurers Guild are finishing off our night on Saturday. And then Sunday, we've got Cyberpunk Red with our friends from Fried Dice Paradise. Our good friends at Tabletail Games are running a game of Troika on Sunday. Then we've got RPG Short Shots, One Fair Folly, which is an all-veteran stream. And then finally, we round off the day with the Malmet Heist with our good friend Chance Russo as the DM, and a whole bunch of people, including myself and Brandon from this show. And then let's see here, we've also got...
And 2 Tarasques.
And 2 Tarasques. We've got Michelle from the Velkin Weave, the show that used to be on here. And then we've got Matt Fellman from The Mist. So it's a whole all-star studded cast, along with Carl Franz, who's from RPG Short Shots. So you guys will see a whole bunch of great shows. Come in, check them out, support the cast and crew. You're going to have fun making impacts on those shows as you get your donations in. So what else we got on those? Any other announcements?
Really quick, the winner of the D&D Beyond Xanthor's Guide to Everything giveaway is, drumroll, enter here.
Is that it?
Elf_01.
Okay. Elf01. Did you do that? Okay, so you did do that. Okay, I just want to make sure we got it right.
Yeah.
All right, Elf01. Can you hit them up with a whisper real quick?
Yeah,
Our
congratulations.
tech goblins are going to make sure they reach out to you to get some information so that we can make sure we get you your prize. Congratulations. Enjoy that D&D Beyond Xanathor's Guide. Let's see here. And we just got rated by 1-Inch Heroes. Hey! Woo! But we've just crushed our show goals, 1-Inch Heroes. Drew from 1-Inch Heroes, good friend of ours. He will also be in one of those streams. I think, which one is he going to be in? He's in Star Wars First Nights with us. So, but we are about to raid into Phoenix Iwaki. We're continuing our charity effort tonight. So be sure and keep that up. And then finally, Alex, you want to talk about where we're at on the charity right now?
Absolutely. So, hey, I'm going to be the first one to tell you this all night. We're doing a charity stream. We've been doing a charity stream, actually. But we're raising money for No Kid Hungry. For every $1 you donate, that goes to 10 meals for hungry kids. So far, we've raised $5,660 heckin' dollars. Look at that. We're crushing those goals.
Yes. And Rob, you want to close us out, I think, with our lead sponsor mention.
A enormous thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring this show. We love Shard Tabletop. We can't say enough good things, but we don't have time to say a lot right now. So check that link in chat. Use the code TGTShard20 to get your 20% discount on your DM Pro and any other subscriptions.
All right, thanks. We love Shard. That's why we use it on this show, right? It's pretty easy. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. And we'll see you guys next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction.